Popcorn is the biggest scam in the world, man. You don't need popcorn to watch a film.
Hollywood is hacking your brain.
I'm sure you have been brainwashed by some businessman in the 60s that is just like, we have too much corn in America. How do we sell the corn? And people are like, you know what? I'm
not watching the movie if there's no popcorn.
That's so
I will not go to the theater if I cannot get popcorn.
Beep, boop, 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 beep, beep. Da, 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 da. Hello and welcome to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm your host for today, Garnt. Joining me once again are the boys. And shit, I shouldn't swear at the beginning of a podcast.
Yeah, we gotta bleep that.
Oh,
why did you do that?
I was like,
swear.
Screw it.
You've had one drink and now you're swearing.
Just get drunk.
Bro's had half a grog and he's like, yeah, whatever.
I was like, as soon as I said it, I was like, wait, this is like the first 5 sequends.
Yeah.
God requested to have drinks today.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah. And we will suffice because
he twisted our arm. I didn't want to have a drink. I was going sober today, but
it's always this man.
Sober.
Came in and he was like, "You must drink, Connor. You must."
Don't worry, we got your bitch ass all freeze
What
for you.
bitch ass all free? What the heck?
I was like, it's been a while since I had a drink with the boys.
Yeah.
So
When was the last time we had a drunk episode? I feel like it's been a while.
It's been a while.
it's been a while. We've been good sober boys. You know,
Busy,
Speak for
man.
yourself.
We've been busy.
we've been busy. I mean, we didn't even I think last time was probably
7 months ago?
No, we had one after this.
No, we had one after that.
We had one after this for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we drank a little bit on the Sydney episode, but I
Yeah.
barely drank anything. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like, I was just like alternating then. So I thought it'd be a great idea since Chad was lovely enough to send over some grog, and I say lovely enough even though we are doing him a solid with that by doing
it's
this.
free promo.
It's free promo. Let's just get fucking shit faced and just call it an episode.
We
innit?
have one trash taste beer there.
We got one
We
left.
got one.
Wait,
We got
do we
one.
have any crates left, or is it all gone now?
I think we're all gone.
Are you serious?
I think we drank them all.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Only
there's an
empty
empty
crate.
crate.
Oh,
All
man,
right,
Sag.
all right, well,
Well, I mean, we have slowly chipped away at it. I've still got
Yeah.
like 2 crates at my house.
Really? I'm all out.
Yeah, I've been. I don't really drink at home.
I mean, yeah, the only reason it's gone now is because I have people over and I'm like, try
Yeah.
our beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
it's
that's
gone.
how I've slowly gotten.
Yeah.
Because
Actually-
I don't want to. I mean, I want to drink because eventually it goes bad. But
yeah.
I don't. I kind of just don't drink at home.
No, me neither.
I kind of try
Well,
not to.
we had Sydney's family stay over for a
Oh,
few
yeah, well,
weeks.
then, yeah, it's gone.
And get a fucking Wisconsin dad in the house. And,
It's gone.
And Japan, where it's like harder to find craft beer, like
Yeah,
in
yeah,
cans, and it's
Sure.
like, damn, where did all our beer go?
Yeah, I had a bunch of beers in my fridge that my dad kind of chipped away through, but he left all the IPAs because he doesn't like IPAs.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of really strange IPAs that they were like 7%, like heavily hop infused ones that I don't really like. Like, there's too much for me.
Fair enough.
Like it's like drinking a blunt.
It's too heavy.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like it's so like hemp, not hemp, but like, you know, that because sometimes they infuse it with CBD as well, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Did you say drinking a blunt?
Yeah, it's like drinking a blunt. Dude, I got given this beer that was like from a friend that was like a CBD beer, which seems counterintuitive.
Yeah.
What, it's got like CBD oil in it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, word?
And
Alright.
it genuinely felt like just drinking a blunt.
Did it taste like it?
It tastes really hempy. I just didn't like it. I was like, the worst part of weed is the smell.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the smell of weed.
Yes.
Sorry, LA residents or California
Dude,
residents.
I saw a meme. What was it? It was like stoners when they like can't wait to.
What?
You're like, can't wait to wake up at 9 a.m. and I can't remember the word, or like do nothing or like become dumb for the day.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I can't, I mean, look, I've never had like the hemp beer, but I can't imagine the taste
No,
of beer and the
it's
taste
bad.
of hemp matching.
No.
The less shit you put in beer, the better it tastes.
Yeah,
generally
definitely.
speaking.
Sometimes I have like, you know, the fucking fruit infused ones where
Right.
it always sounds cool on a menu, but I swear every brewery just puts it on there just to have something a little bit different.
It always
You
tastes
try-
kind of mid.
Yeah, you try once and you're like, all right, let's just go back to the classics.
Yeah, I've never had like a
let's go back to
fruit
the
beer where I'm
classic.
like, wow, that was like really delicious. I want another one.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, CBD beer.
chill and relax.
It's not good. It's not good.
Is that what we want in a drink?
No,
No, you
I
don't
want
want
that.
CBD beer.
No.
I feel like just give me a fucking beer. You
Yeah,
know?
just drink a beer or have some CBD. Don't mix that shit.
What are you guys up to?
Went to the cinema for the first time in a while. Just
Fuck.
Wait, how long has it
He
been?
never goes. He never goes.
last time I went to the cinema was June 2.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
But this was the first time in a while I just went. Me and
I
Cindy
think it's
just.
June 2, as in like
June
the
the
month.
2nd.
I was like, wow, that's oddly specific.
Is it June or Dune?
Dune,
Sorry,
Dune.
Dune with the
Okay,
hard
so
D.
what did you watch this time?
Can't even remember the fucking film name.
Wow, must have been a great experience, dude.
It was alright. We watched the fucking Bob Dylan movie.
Oh, the one with Timothy Chalamet.
Why the
Yeah.
fuck did you watch that?
I heard
We
that was
just-
mid as fuck.
It was
Yeah, like
alright.
anyone could have told you that was mid as
Yeah.
fuck.
There's already a good Bob
All
Dylan
right,
movie.
all right, look, it was between that and the new Captain America
No,
movie.
there was other films on, Garnt. There's other films on. As somebody who's
No.
watched other films right now.
And I don't
There's
know.
other films on.
I don't know if there was.
Aki,
I don't
there's
know if there
other
was.
films on,
I
Garnt.
don't know if there was.
Aki went to go see the new Captain America movie, and I'm like, why? You don't even like Marvel. And she's-
Patriotic, isn't it?
Yeah. She saw America. She's like, no, but she went to go see with her friend because her friend wanted to go see it. And I'm just like, do you want to go? And I'm just like, nah, I don't give a fuck about Captain America. Like an hour into the movie, she texts me and she's like, I left.
Yeah.
It's
like, this is-
it
I'll
was
be honest.
massive.
I'll be honest. What is the film name? It's like something unknown.
Brave New World.
No, not Captain. The Bob Dylan movie.
Captain
Complete.
Bob the Dylan.
Bob the Dylan.
Can we
It was
fix it?
the unknown, the something unknown. Fuck this.
Dude, I'm
I-
fucking tired of these,
I don't know
these
why-
industry plant movies.
Why? I don't know why
complete
there is
unknown.
the complete unknown.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was called that. Called that name. I don't know why. What is up with this trend of musician biopics,
Dude,
or just biopics in
they're
general?
pumping them out.
Yeah.
And I can't stand it.
I feel like this is becoming as mass produced as like Marvel
Yes.
movies
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, they're like, oh, who's an artist who's been around for a while? And everyone
Yeah.
kind of knows. Bob Dylan.
I mean,
Yeah.
look.
I'm like, look, the story's probably good.
Yeah. No, to be fair, there are some like musician biopics that are genuinely fucking fantastic.
The
Like,
Johnny Cash one is phenomenal.
Johnny Cash one was
Yeah.
amazing. Bohemian Rhapsody was great.
Johnny Cash is in this one as well. But I'll tell you what.
Bohemian Rhapsody's not that great.
I enjoyed it.
I like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really?
No.
It was fine.
I enjoyed it.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was good. I watched the Bob Marley one as well that recently came out. Which
I didn't
was,
even know if
I
there was a
didn't
Bob
watch that
Marley
one.
one.
It was okay.
Everyone's got one gone.
Yeah, it was
Are you an
fine.
artist if you don't? Are you an artist if you don't have
I
one?
knew they were like scraping the bottom of the barrel where they were like Robbie Williams, and I'm like, who asked for this?
As a CGI monkey
He has a
that
CGI
Americans have never
monkey.
fucking heard of Robbie
I'm
Williams.
like, even as someone who has heard of Robbie Williams, who asked for this? Who actually asked for this?
Is there a single Robbie Williams fan in
I
2025?
don't think so.
He was just only really popular in the UK.
Yeah.
I don't think he was popular outside of the UK. I
No.
don't think he ever had like a really big hit.
Well,
in
was he
America.
popular in
he was popular
Australia?
in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're basically the same fucking country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like 6 months, and then he kind of disappeared off the face of
Yeah.
the planet.
Yeah, because I was like naming off like like artists that were popular in the UK and naming them to Sydney, and like for example, Kylie Minogue. She was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Australian, right?
She's Australian.
She's Australian, right? But she was pretty popular in the UK as
Yeah.
well. So, I actually did not know too much about Bob Dylan. Me and Sydney just kind of watched this film on a whim.
Yeah.
She knew way more of the songs than I did. But one thing about this film, they're doing like, it's the fucking Marvel moment that fucking takes me out of it sometimes, where you know you're in the film and some character gets introduced. I know nothing about Bob Dylan or like the people he hung out with, but you know someone he will introduce someone in the music recording, and the camera pans in and it's like, "Hi, my name is this guy," and I'm like, and like there's like a dramatic pause, and I'm like, who should I know this person?
Yeah.
I will say the biggest thing that stands out about this is that it does make Bob Dylan look like a dickhead. He's kind of a dickhead.
I mean, he was kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
That's good though. I think it's better to have a movie be at least somewhat more realistic than opposed to like just a glaze piece.
Yeah. The biggest thing that stood out to me, and I don't know how dramatized this is, but so Bob Dylan has multiple romantic partners within just this period of the film. But goddamn, the sexual tension between Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash is like fucking
Johnny Cash is in the movie?
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is in the movie, and I would argue he is the main love interest in this movie. Because I don't know what it was like in the Johnny Cash biopic, but in this film,
Johnny Cash is so good. I mean, it's played by Joaquin
Joaquin
Phoenix.
yeah,
Phoenix,
Joaquin.
so
It's
fucking
Walk the
good.
Line, right?
Yeah, Walk the
Yeah.
Line. So fucking
Great
good.
movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
You gotta watch it. It's a really, really good movie.
The thing I don't understand, a couple of things I don't understand about this new Bob Dylan movie. One, there's already been a Bob Dylan biopic that was just really good, so we didn't need another
One
one.
of them didn't have Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, and two, when I saw that they were fucking casting Timothy Chalamet, I was like, you could have gotten anyone else to play as Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
And of course you had to go with fucking Timothy Chalamet.
I like him too, but I felt like I don't know.
I'm so sick of him.
I'm just kind of, I've kind of seen too much.
Him
of
and
Yeah.
Zendaya, I'm fucking sick of him.
he's just kind of, he's in too much right now. They
He's
need to
in
let him
too
breathe.
much.
They need to
Yeah,
let him
yeah,
chill.
yeah.
Let him do some weird side roles for a little while.
Hollywood
and
needs
then
to
bring him back.
realize there are more actors than just Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya.
Yeah. And I mean, he does a good job in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
he's
the
a
thing
great-
about Timothy Chalamet.
he's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
But I'm just like, damn, he's just in everything, every role, every.
And when I fucking watched Interstellar and I saw him as a kid, I was like, fucking, he's here as well.
Is he in Interstellar?
Yeah, he's the kid.
He's the kid.
He's the son.
No
He's the son.
way.
Yeah. When he was
Oh.
really, really young.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, I would say this biopic mostly focuses, I guess, part of the big thing about biopics is that unless you know something about the storyline of whoever the biopic is about, you don't know what the main focus in. And this specifically focuses on, I think, the idea of what it's like when you are well known for a certain thing, like a certain genre of music. Like Bob Dylan, I guess, got famous for like folk music, country music, and then he kind of like switched genres. And the main conflict of this was, this idea about him trying to make a new genre of music, trying to break out of the mold he's created for himself. And that is the main conflict of the film. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought that was a little bit different from, for someone who doesn't know much about Bob Dylan, because I feel like Bob Dylan is much more America-centric.
Yeah.
But having said that, as someone, unless you're a fan of this, I enjoyed the first half of this, and then it was just kind of like Bob Dylan being a cunt for like an hour. And the film is like an hour and 40 minutes or something like that.
Would you rather it be that or like them just glaze the shit out of him? It'd be like
It's 2.5
Bob Dylan
hours,
promo.
dude.
2.5 hours? Yeah. It felt like 2.5 hours. I'm not going to lie.
You know what's weird? I've never gotten into Bob Dylan's music. And I think I respect him as an artist because he was very like forward thinking when it came to folk music, but just like I cannot stand his singing. Like, did they play like a bunch of Bob Dylan songs in this movie?
Yeah. And I was like, there'd be like one song out of 10 would be like, oh, I know that one. I know that one.
Like,
It was-
like a Rolling Stone or
Yeah.
like Knocking on
That's the one
Heaven's
they
Door
played
or
in all the
something.
fucking trailers.
Yeah. I just can't stand his singing because it sounds like he's on like a merry-go-round. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like,
Clearly resonate with some people.
yeah, I mean, look, a lot of people love
So,
Bob Dylan,
you
so I'm
don't-
sorry if you like Bob Dylan.
What do you think about the IMDb rating of 7.5 out of 10? Too high, too low?
I would say if you are into biopics and you're into Bob Dylan, you probably enjoy this film. It's surprising that it covered actually like so little of his life,
Right.
considering how fucking massive his career is. And I mean, it's 2 hours and 21 minutes and it's still covered like
Fucking long, dude.
it is way too fucking
So-
long.
I watched September 5th. That was in theaters as well right now.
What's
That was
that?
really good. It was about the Munich 1972 terrorist hostage situation,
Oh shit.
which I didn't even know about.
No, me neither.
It was really good. I like this film. And you know what? And it was an hour and a half.
7.1.
Bring
as
back
well.
the hour and a half long movie.
It was an hour and a half. I didn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? That was fun. I enjoyed it. Good tension. Good actors.
Yeah.
Good time. All right,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
All right. Be honest. Okay.
Okay.
When you decide to watch a film, right? Do you not necessarily reviews, but do you look at ratings before you
No.
No.
get into a piece of thing?
I do it after to see how far off the ball I am and how I feel, which happens a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I specifically try not to look at reviews right
Yeah, most of the time when I watch a movie, it's either because of someone's recommendation or it's because it's just a movie I want to check out. Yeah, but like I would check it afterwards just to
Yeah.
see if but like either way, it's like sometimes I don't align with it at all, and I'm just like, nah.
It always ends up being a fucking 7 out of 10. Everything you watch is 7 out of 10.
See, like, here's the thing, like, because I am guilty of being someone who watches, or not even, I don't go in reviews, but I at least like check the IMDb score. Or like if it's video game, I check like the Metacritic score. Rotten Tomatoes, I feel like I don't really align with Rotten Tomatoes
is so useless as a platform to judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
There's always either 95 or like 20.
Yeah.
And you're like, this doesn't fucking help me, man.
And I don't know, like to me, if it's like below 7 out of 10, I'm like, damn, something must have gone really wrong. Except for horror movies. Horror movies is the one genre where, for some reason, every great horror movie is like a 6.5.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why, but any other genre,
Sydney pilled.
I'm not Sydney filled. I'm not Sydney filled. There are actually very few horror movies that are above 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Films are so tough, man, because I just like going to the cinema, and I think I will immediately enjoy a film more at the cinema.
Yeah.
But I will equally hate it more because I paid to go to the cinema
Right.
and sit down and watch something. Which is like why, like, if I'd watched the fucking Captain America film on streaming, I'd be like, okay, that was a whatever.
Yeah.
Because I paid for a ticket, I sat through the commercials, I sat through Harrison Ford just not wanting to be there. Like, it was miserable. It was such a shit experience. I just didn't enjoy it because I'd gone through this whole thing, and I'd feel like if I just watched it at home, I'd think like, Or if it was a TV movie, I'd be like, all right, whatever.
I can just also, I feel like when you watch it on the TV, you can like, I'm not feeling this. I'm just going to turn it off.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
right?
You're like,
so then where I'm locked in. 'Cause I pretty much never walk out of a film. I don't think I've ever done it.
I've done it once.
I've done it once.
I don't know what would have to happen for me to walk out.
What was your film?
Live action Dragon Ball Z.
No, I would stay to see it out.
Mine was.
I couldn't do it.
That's so funny. Mine was live action Ghost in the Shell.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I walked out of it because I was like, this is so offensively mediocre that I'm like, it's not even like.
I mean,
if
that's
it
the
was,
biggest crime, right?
Yeah,
That's the biggest crime of
If it
all.
was like bad, like Dragon Ball, I probably would have stayed for Dragon Ball Evolution because I'm like,
I watched it afterwards, like in its entirety, and I'm like, yeah, I made the right decision.
yeah, and because I walked out because I just had this like epiphany when I'm like, this is neither good nor bad, and it's just a waste of my fucking time both ways.
Yeah. I couldn't walk out because I was sponsored to go watch it.
What?
Yeah. I was sponsored to go watch the Ghost in the Shell live action. What? Yeah. And I sat there in its entirety because I kind of needed to, and I was like, it was fine.
So
whatever.
You've never walked out of a cinema
No.
early. Do you normally go like by yourself?
Come on myself a fair amount, yeah.
Okay, because I sometimes like the only time I would really consider it is probably when I'm by myself. You know, when you're with a group, it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I saw as many films as you did in cinema, I'd probably walk out of quite a lot. Actually.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going for more of the experience, right? Like I'm trying to, like, I just enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy being there.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that most movies now I end up being like, This episode is sponsored by Factor. Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want to do. Get outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor arrives fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. And Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and the guilt-free snacks and desserts. It's easy to save more this spring, and Factor meals pack in the flavor with none of the fuss. Look, I've gone to the US a bunch, and I've been very lucky to have many Factor meals in my time, and they have all been amazing. And more importantly, they take seconds to heat up. And I also love the fact that Factor has so many new meals popping up each week, a ton of different diet options depending on your lifestyle, and so many add-ons ranging from breakfast to protein shakes. So what are you waiting for? Get started at factormeals.com/trashtaste50 and use code trashtaste50 to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code trashtaste50 at factormeals.com/trashtaste50 for 50% off plus free shipping. Back to the episode. I told you guys about this, but I watched a Bridge on the River Kwai in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
Because Japan, they show classic movies really early in the morning.
Yeah.
And they'll show a classic movie for about 2 weeks and they'll swap.
Yeah.
So I mentioned that in the previous episode that I wanted to watch Space Odyssey, so they're going to do that one.
Yeah. I would love to see that in cinemas.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? So I watched Bridge on the River Kwai, which is a film came out in 1950 something.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
It is
so
great
the
good to
dad
watch.
film as well.
Yeah.
It's the dad film, but
It is.
look, it's fucking phenomenal.
great fucking
and I
movie.
just watched Lawrence of Arabia. I didn't realize it was the same director.
Oh, okay.
And so that was really cool. But like, I love the way that I don't know, man. They made the movie like it was a fucking like epic. Like everything about the movie is epic. And
8.1 on
like the amount of
IMDb.
fucking extras they have on every scene is crazy as well.
Yeah,
Like, I'm watching this shit and all the character arcs are really complicated. Like there's no, it's not clear who you're supposed to be rooting for or how
Yeah.
to feel. It's like, it's so complicated, but everything is just epic.
it makes you appreciate what kind of like filmmaking had to go to making these
Oh,
some of
yeah,
these older
yeah.
films. Like the amount of extra they had, like no CG, no fucking like no thing to help them
Yeah.
make some of these scenes. You just
Yeah.
needed to hire all the extras.
Well, that's
get all the
why-
animals.
Well, this
on,
film's 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is a fucking epic, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I love a lot of like Kurosawa films as well in
Yeah.
the same vein, because it's like,
I gotta get down.
so many of them
yeah.
were filmed in like, the 40s and 50s where it's
Yeah.
like, and you see some of these like large scale battles that are happening with like hundreds, sometimes thousands of extras in a single scene. I'm just like, my God, trying to organize all of that shit back then, especially, would have been fucking ridiculous.
I think there was a Napoleon movie. I can't remember which one exactly, where they'd gotten like troops from a certain country to pretty much learn all of the Napoleon army like marches, and they
cool.
had like hundreds, if not I think thousands of these extras marching the exact same way and in the formations that they would. I can't remember which movie it was. Maybe someone in the chat, the comments can let me know down below.
Someone in chat.
Can let me know down below which movie it was. But I know
Can I
there's a
get
lot of
another
movies.
grog?
There's a lot of movies that just fucking masterpieces. Masterpieces, lad.
Masterpieces.
But yeah, no, I think there's right now it's movies right now.
Movies are right now. It's actually making me want to go back and watch a lot of older movies.
If this the only problem with watching these older movies in Japan right now, specifically with this exact same time we watched it, is that they only play them at 9:45 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
oh shit.
So I watched
saw-
Bridge on the River Kwai at 9:45 a.m.
I saw that.
That's a heavy movie to watch in the morning.
I didn't mind, but it was trippy waking up, being like, fuck, and then immediately putting yourself in a dark room
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
watching a 3-hour epic.
Because I was looking for just a film to watch at the cinema as well, and I saw fucking Eraserhead was playing.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
like, oh shit, I would love to watch this. 9:45 a.m. I'd already missed
Yeah.
it. I'm like,
Yeah,
imagine waking up watching Eraserhead at 9:45 a.m.
that's day ruined.
In the cinema, it was mainly older people and me and Pete. So it was.
Oh, I'm
interesting.
jealous
It was an
because
interesting
like
crowd.
my area, my local cinema doesn't have those like retro movies.
It's all the Toho cinemas in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so check it out.
I don't know
check
if
your
I-
local Toho cinemas at 9:45 a.m.
Okay.
They all play different movies depending on where you are in Japan.
Okay.
I think it's all Toho cinemas as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm trying to figure out where the
What's
closest
the
Toho cinema is.
best cinema experience you guys have ever had? Like the one time when
Ooh.
you were in the cinema and it just seeing something for the first time just blew your fucking mind.
That's a great question. What would it be?
Bro, I remember for me, fucking Inception, man. That
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
that
No-
shit changed my brain.
I know this
chemistry.
is like fucking cringe and a meme, but unironically, watching Avatar was kind of
Avatar?
fucking hype.
Oh my!
It was kind of hype when it
Remember
first
the
came
first
out.
time with the
Yeah.
3D glasses as
Yeah.
well?
Because that was a movie where like I remember because I wasn't old enough because I remember I was old enough to be taken to watch it.
Yeah.
But I remember the adults around me talking about it, and they were like, "I've watched it 3 times, 4 times. I can't get enough of Avatar." And now it's kind of like a meme.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's like, "Why were they so obsessed with Avatar?" But like at the time, it was kind of like the biggest fucking deal ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
really
kind of
was.
just like impossible to avoid.
I actually saw it, I think, 2-3 times in cinemas.
It was
really?
massive, dude. It was massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just was such a big fucking spectacle that you'd never experienced before.
And then you watch it now, and it's fucking dumb blue people. And it's stupid when you watch it now. You feel dumb, man.
Genuinely though, this might be a cop out answer, but like the first Dune movie. For me.
The first movie was amazing.
The first Dune
yeah.
movie in cinemas, that blew my fucking mind because like as a fan of the books and also as someone who had watched the fucking David Lynch movie, which was an absolute travesty to the Dune series, finally seeing like Dune
As meant to be.
visually as it
Yeah.
was supposed to be, I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy.
yeah, the
Yeah.
cinematography in that film was
Oh,
fucking
Amazing
insane
movie. I think I
as
saw
well.
that in the cinemas like 2 or 3 times. It's so good.
Yeah, because like it's sometimes you just see that film because you see that film where it's just made for cinema. Any Christopher Nolan film as well. It's just like you sit down and you just fucking lock in. Another one. Star Wars Episode 3.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think I saw that in
I did not
cinemas.
watch. Wait, when did that come out?
It came out fucking ages ago. It was
Oh,
actually
I think you meant episode 6.
No.
Okay.
no, episode
Sorry.
6.
2005.
Revenge of the Sith. Because I think this had just come out in cinemas when I could go to cinemas by myself.
Right.
And I remember it was like the fucking cinema was packed. And we got like the last, it was me and my mate who got like the last 2 seats, and it was like right at the front. And I fucking hate sitting at the cinema right at the front.
It's the worst.
I'm like, I'm like, fucking, I can't believe I'm watching Star Wars right at the front. It's gonna ruin the experience for me. And then I just remember it's complete silence. Then my brain just gets bass boosted, being and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh.
I also watched this in cinemas, but I was 9 years old. But I remember my cousin took me.
I think I watched it at home after it came out on like DVD and stuff.
I mean VHS. It was VHS time, my boy.
2005?
Yeah, it was VHS.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this not DVD? This might have been right at the beginning of the DVD.
I think it's right at the beginning of the
I remember I had it on VHS.
My dad had it on DVD, I think. So it must have been a while
It's
after.
probably right in the beginning of the DVD VHS era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Holy
the only
grail.
thing I can fucking remember from this movie is just do it. Like, just-
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
I mean, it was cool seeing back I was 15 years old. All I wanted to see was like cool lightsabers, Yoda pop off,
Yeah.
and
Yoda pop off.
no, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, the Count Dooku Yoda fight, fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Were you guys ever able to like sneak into cinemas to watch films for like a film that you weren't old enough to watch?
No, I never
I
did.
accidentally did it with the first Saw movie.
Shit.
Yeah. So I
Wait. Accidentally?
yeah. So we accidentally went into the wrong. We were watching a different movie. I forgot what it was,
Yeah.
and my friend accidentally went into the wrong room, and I had to go after him to get him. And I just remember it was like right when I guess it was like the first trap or something in the first Saw
Yeah.
movie. And I was definitely not old enough to watch it, nor do I like those movies at all.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
So I just the panic of trying to find my friend in a dark room while there's like torture porn happening on the screen. I was just like, oh, get me out, please. I don't like this.
God.
It was horrible.
Oh my god, that would
That traumatized me. I'm like, I'm never fucking watching this movie.
I still have never watched a single Saw
me
movie.
neither, and I don't want to. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
That is a part of horror that I never want to get
I
into.
will watch. I'll stick to the YouTube videos of can you survive these Saw traps.
I mean,
That's it.
sometimes I like get morbidly curious, so I see some of the traps, but I'm like, these are scenes that I have to watch sound off.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but having sound on just makes it like 10 times fucking
it's-
worse.
it's
But
horrible.
sometimes with sound off, you're like, that's just like prosthetics. You know?
Yeah,
You
it's
can-
fake. It's fake.
You can clearly tell.
You just have to keep telling yourself, it's like, no, it's
Yeah.
fake. It's fake. They're fine.
It's like, have you ever seen? Was it 128 Hours?
Yeah, 127.
27 hours.
27.
So close. How your brain added on one.
Damn.
I think it was in the
Damn.
hospital on the 128th hour.
Yeah,
Bro,
this-
the
dude, this
sound
film's
design
everywhere.
for the sound
Yeah.
design for the scene where he cuts
Yeah.
the arm off.
Yeah.
That is what I think makes that scene so grotesque.
Yeah. God damn. This movie was, ugh.
Yeah. I definitely had to look away from it.
This is the perfect example of an hour and a half film.
Yeah.
And I just missed that we used to make hour and a half films.
No, legit.
Well, I feel like, hour and a half, it's like,
It's perfect because you're just in out. But I
Yeah.
know that for the theater experience often can feel too short for some people because they feel like I got to get my money's worth. I got to be here all night. It's like I just want a thing that doesn't take the piss.
I don't feel like that. Sometimes, especially with a theater experience, I just want sometimes an hour and a half is the perfect amount when I don't need to worry about a piss break. That's the biggest thing. Anything above...
I just simply empty my bladder before I go in, Garnt.
No, I can't do that.
You can't piss, you can't not piss for 2.5 hours?
You've seen every Trash Taste recording.
Yeah.
Garnt and I always take a piss break.
You guys need a bladder
Two
inspection.
hours is like over 2 hours is when I need to start like strategically planning.
Oh no, that's why I figured out the strat. When I go
Okay.
to the cinemas, I just don't drink fluids.
Smart man.
Because the moment like I
double
buy,
chug L's.
yeah, the moment I like anyone orders like a Coke or like a bottle of water or anything I can like take a sip off of, it's donezo. I'm taking a piss break in the middle of that movie.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't know, the fucking Tango Ice Blast.
I fucking hate the Tango Ice
I
Blast.
love that Tango Ice Blast,
No, what the
man. I don't like the normal fucking soda Pepsi stuff, but Tango Ice Blast is...
I'm just there for the popcorn. Everything else is in the way.
Popcorn is the biggest scam in the fucking world, man. It is. You don't need popcorn to watch a film, man.
I
You
kind
don't-
of have to agree with you.
You do not need popcorn to watch
Yeah.
a film.
What the fuck?
No,
What
you
is
have just
wrong
been
with you?
programmed. I'm sure.
Hollywood is hacking your brain.
I'm
dude.
sure. I'm sure you have been
Nah, this is
brainwashed
actually-
by
no,
some fucking
no.
fucking
This is-
businessman in the
this is-
60s
no,
that is just
no.
like, we have too much
That's
corn in
fucked up,
America.
man. That's
How do
fucked
we
up.
sell the corn? And people are like, you know what? Let's just.
I'm not watching the movie if there's no popcorn.
That's so fucked up.
I will not go to the theater if I cannot get popcorn.
Because the thing is, you say you're there for the popcorn, but it's impossible to have the popcorn and not have the drink because having a fucking box full
No,
of
I
popcorn
get the drink.
dries up your mouth.
Yeah, I get the
you know?
drink.
Yeah, but again, going back to the whole thing of if I drink in the cinemas, it's GG's. I'm missing at least
Simply just get
5 minutes of
good.
the
Get
movie.
good.
I can't get good.
Get good, gentlemen.
I want
Do you know what I hate about popcorn? It's like you want to have popcorn when you are hungry, right? Because
No.
No. Why the fuck would I
Really?
want popcorn when I'm hungry?
Really?
Dude, popcorn is the least satiating food out
Popcorn
there.
on an empty stomach feels gross as well. It's after
You're
you've had,
eating
like,
air.
You've eaten a bunch
Well,
and then
but-
you're fucking like dessert time.
Well, because that's what I hate about it. Because what I was gonna say was when I'm stuffed, I don't want popcorn. I don't want to eat anything. I'm not hungry. But when like
I'm not hungry, Garnt. I think you misunderstand my love. I'm not hungry. I eat it because I must. It's not about hunger, Garnt. I must eat popcorn.
I cannot concentrate. Otherwise, it becomes second monitor.
Yeah, I'm not hungry, Garnt. Okay, I turn up to the cinema.
popcorn helps him walk in.
because if I'm
Are you sure
hungry,
you don't have ADHD, Connor? Are you sure you're not just like
because-
this isn't just like stimming right now?
No, because if I'm hungry, I eat it like a wild dog, you could say. When I'm not hungry, I perfectly eat it at a pace that is enjoyable for the movie.
No, that's my other
ain't
issue. No, that's
there-
my other issue with popcorn is that you never eat it like to fully to satiate the whole movie experience.
Yeah.
Anytime anyone,
It's a 30-minute thing.
it's a
30-minute thing.
15-minute thing.
Whoa, you're fast.
Dude.
Dude, you fist it?
Dude, by the time the ads before the movie
No.
starts, I'm done with half. No.
Oh,
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It never lasts not even the first half of the movie.
I try my best, like some kind of like Mormon during like a fucking No Nut November. I try to withhold myself.
like
from the
one at a
ads.
time.
I'm like left hand, one.
Nah.
And then when the movie starts, I'll occasionally start scooping. I'll scoop. I'll be like, like a fucking lion eating its prey. Like that's when I'm locked in.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah.
only I withhold my satiation until the movies begin.
So only popcorn. You can't have it. It needs to be popcorn.
If I haven't had dinner, I'll get a hot dog too.
I'll do that sometimes.
Yeah. But I will say though, going to the American cinemas, where I feel like they just do it right. I feel like they've figured out pure cinema bliss because it should be gluttony mixed with cinematic joy. Because that one theater that I always go to, which is the Draft House in LA, I fucking love it because you can get like a full fucking meal. I get like a full wing set.
I don't want a full meal.
I want a full meal.
I don't want a full meal.
I want a full meal. And
No.
then I get the bottomless popcorn when I'm done. It's
Full
beautiful.
meals-
It's like 1,500
Full
calories a visit.
meals are for YouTube videos, Connor, not cinema. Okay.
This is the OG. The OG meal with YouTube.
No. Full meals are for some 5-hour documentary on some fucking niche game you've never heard of before.
And I order like fucking, I order the full wings. I'll get some like fries too, and I'll get my little baby.
No. Because if you
No.
order a full meal at the cinemas, you're too focused on the meal.
Yes. Yes,
dude,
popcorn.
The
okay.
cinema becomes second monitor.
Popcorn. You're just like, ooh, this is some fun mouthfeel.
It's something that's like double hacking my brain, where I'm getting joy from the food and the movie.
I cannot. If I ordered wings, I mean, look, wings
It's
at a
pure-
cinemas sounds great, but I just imagine if I have a fucking plate of wings and the cinema at the
No,
cinema.
because I'm like this.
No, I'd be too busy like.
My favorite part is that they always give me like celery sticks with it.
Yeah.
And I have to like time it like
It's the loudest fucking thing.
like gunshots. I have to. I remember I was watching Oppenheimer, and I had to wait until it was like a part where he like gets fucking upset, and then it goes.
Yeah.
It was like him talking about it, and then the moment it would go like. So it would go like. It was so good.
Oh my god.
I loved it.
brother.
I don't know. It was so fun. I just something about having a full fucking meal at the cinema that it hits me in the soul.
No, I
love
could
it.
never. Because like, okay, here's the thing. When you finish dinner, or for you guys, you fucking Uber Eats, you sit down. You don't fucking go on Netflix and be like, I'm gonna watch like a critically acclaimed movie now. No, you put on some fucking brain slop.
What?
No, I put a crinkly.
What? Why would I-
What? While you eating?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sometimes the best thing you can do is fucking eat a ton of food and watch an amazing
Sometimes
movie.
I'm just like, oh, I got my plate of food. I'm sitting on the couch. It's like, all right, let's put on a movie.
Oh. Then you put on something casual. Surely you
Can
must.
you
put
not
on-
eat food and focus?
If I'm putting on something like critically acclaimed, I want my full focus to be on the movie. But if you're like eating, then it's not like eating popcorn. It's not like eating a snack. You know, you're like committed.
I'm not talking about like a fucking 7-course meal here, knife and fork in hand. Like
Well, apparently with the fucking wings, you know.
that is a 7-course meal, but that's different.
No, for me, because it's like, if Aki's made me dinner and like, all right, let's watch a movie. I eat so fucking fast.
Yeah, it's gone in 5 minutes.
It's gone in 5 minutes.
It's gone in 5 minutes.
And then I put it away and then boom, I can focus on the rest of the
And
movie.
then I love that feeling of being full watching a movie.
Yeah.
It feels so good. Because you're just like rubbing, I'm just like there rubbing my belly.
It's like,
Oh, movie's so good. Like that. and then this place, dude, they got craft beers as well. It's amazing.
Okay, craft beers. I
Craft beer with
I
a
can
dude.
fuck with.
They bring it, and it's, you know, the best part about it. It's like they bring out a craft beer. It's a pint and a glass. There's just something about just reclining your chair to max and
Yeah.
just going like, this is so fucking good.
privilege
in
at its
your
finest.
household?
It's absolute privilege. Absolute fucking privilege.
In your household, were you a watch something while you have the family dinner kind
Oh,
of
no,
household,
no,
or was that
you are
fucking
not allowed.
banned?
Banned.
TV.
Perhaps
off.
that's why I seek it out so much.
Yeah.
I seek out that experience.
I always wanted to do that.
I never got it.
Okay, were you guys allowed to eat food in your bedroom? Like
No,
No.
never.
Like dinner?
like dinner,
No.
lunch,
No.
anything?
Never.
No.
Never.
I just
Oh
like-
wait, no. Occasionally breakfast because I was late to school.
Oh, okay.
No, never.
Because like for me, when I have, I think this is programmed my brain to like when I have like a dinner, I can put something on, right? But
It's mainly about the talking.
it's mainly about the talking. It's mainly about having something like literal second monitor stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Because the thing that I hate sometimes is, especially when I'm eating, like having to look down and it's such a small thing, but having to look down and having to look up. I remember one time I tried eating while watching Monogatari for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay,
and like
wow.
and like
Understandable.
and like I didn't understand Japanese at the time, so I looked down for a second. I've missed like half the fucking dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but like, see, that's just a poor choice because like that's no different to like trying to read a book while you eat.
Yeah, reading a book while you eat is impossible.
Yeah, that which is impossible.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So it's like that's just a poor choice of film.
What's like your peak genre then when you have a meal every day?
Anything that's fucking good.
Anything that's good?
Just like just anything that doesn't require like 100% of my
No,
concentration.
you must have a comfort thing because otherwise you spend more time picking the thing you're gonna watch than just like
Well, no,
fucking.
'cause, like I fucking eat my food in like 5 minutes. I'm done so fast. that
Yeah.
I end up spending way more time looking for the YouTube video.
Do you know what's fucking weird? Your brain knows that you're gonna be finished eating in 5 minutes, but you're like, nah, but I need something.
Yeah, usually if I'm in my room,
Yeah.
like if I'm home alone and I'm eating just in my room and I'm like, all right, let's find a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I finished my meal by the time I found the
Yeah,
video.
and also I can't sit still. So even when I'm done with the meal,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm done now. I'm gonna do something else. So like I need the YouTube video to be like short, but not too long.
Right.
But long enough to last the meal.
Yeah.
But not too long that I'm going to sit there for more than 10 minutes. Like I need to be, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a criteria that's never going to be fulfilled.
Then how the fuck are you having a full course meal in the cinemas?
Oh, I fucking love it there.
How are you not like? How are you not like? Well, that was a great meal. See you later.
It's different. It's different. It's so fucking good 'cause I'm there for the movie and the food is just a bonus.
Right.
It's so fucking good.
Oh my fucking God.
God, I love bottomless popcorn. I need the piss as well, actually. Sorry, go on.
Oh.
Double piss time.
How are you guys doing, guys? What do you guys watch? How many of you guys are eating it now while you are and you decided to put on some trash taste? As much as I stick by my boys, I'm not going to say that trash taste is pure fucking cinema. So I wouldn't blame you guys for having this on as second morning stuff while you're just chomping down on your delicious meal right now. I don't know what kind of monologue is going on right now. Shit, I need to piss as well. Oh, guys, hurry up and piss.
This episode is sponsored by Zocdoc. When was the last time you needed to go to the doctor, but you pushed it off? Made the excuse that you're too busy, forgot where you put your insurance card, or it's just too cold, or I'll pass on heading this time. Look, I think we've all been there, and booking a doctor's appointment can just feel so daunting. But thanks to Zocdoc, there's no reason to delay. They make it so easy to find and book a doctor who's right for you. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to settle anymore when it comes to finding the right doctor. With Zocdoc, you've got options. Zocdoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking and booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. And you can filter from doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, and are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and are highly rated by verified patients. You can also filter based on specific preferences, whether that's looking for a male doctor, speaks a specific language, has availability that fits with your work schedule, or has an opening in the next day or so. Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit. Appointments made through Zocdoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking, and sometimes you can even score same-day appointments. Look, if I was in the States and needed to find a doctor, I would use this. So stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to Zocdoc.com/trash to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/trash. Zocdoc.com/trash. Back to the episode.
What is up with like people where they grow up and are like, actually, I kind of hate sugar. As a kid, that shit is crack.
Yeah, it really
you
is.
You know, one.
Well, it's because most adults discover crack. And they're like, oh, this is way better.
You know one thing I never got? Like, as a kid, did you ever think like, damn, all these old folks being like, it's too sweet. How can something be too sweet?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I remember thinking that doesn't compute in my head. I don't understand how things being more sweet equals bad.
Yeah.
And now as an adult, I'm like, sometimes a dessert is just like, nah, that's too sweet for me, man.
The biggest compliment that an adult can give to something is not too sweet.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
It's like having a drink that's like too sweet doesn't compute.
Yeah.
Actually, I want more shitty bitter flavor.
I knew the moment my childhood died when I first had a coffee without any sugar, and I'm like, this is delicious.
You know, same here. Same here.
I'm just like, damn, my childhood has just died.
We were just saying, what the fuck happens when people grow up and they're like, actually, sweet things, that's too fucking much.
Yeah. When was the moment where you were just like, nah, sugars, nah.
Age 1.
Did you always hate sweet things?
Yeah, I always hate sweet things.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think I like those, you know, those like toxic waste things and the sour Haribos and that kind of shit. But then even then as a kid, I thought, wow, I feel sick after eating this.
Yeah, I felt sick after eating it, but I was also like, mother, another one.
I think I was more so obsessed with like the colors and the branding than actually the flavor. You know what I mean?
No, I fucked with the
Because I
flavor.
was like, it's pink, it's neon, it's blue. And I was like, oh, my mom gives me green and brown. You know, so I think that was more exciting to me as a kid than the actual flavor. I actually didn't fuck with the flavor at all.
I think that's a UK
Yeah,
problem.
you hate Haribo?
I hate Haribo. I've never liked Haribo.
fucking
Yeah, I
way.
never liked Haribo.
What?
What the hell's wrong with you?
It's like eating a fucking dog toy.
You know what? Okay, well, I thought we had a place of commonality here,
Yeah.
but you've gone far too far. Because as an adult, I still fuck with Haribo.
I fucking love
look,
Haribo.
Yeah.
You can enjoy Haribo. I just don't. I don't hate you for that. I don't hold it against you, lad.
I hate you for that.
Oh.
No, I hold it
I
against
seem to
you.
have misunderstood where I stood in this situation. I
I thought
It
we
appears
were
I have
I
miscalculated.
thought we were bonding here.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that here.
Damn. All right, speaking of movies, boys,
Yeah.
have you seen the Shrek 5 trailer?
No. Well, this is gonna be old, super old news.
It's gonna be old news by the time this comes out, but
No.
I need you guys to see this trailer.
I've seen it. I don't care.
You don't care?
No, I don't care.
I've never felt
Why do you care so much?
because it's fucking Shrek. What did they do to my boy?
Bro, do you really think Shrek 5 is going to be a hit franchise?
I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
Oh my. Bro, they got Zendaya playing a kid.
I know!
This is not going to be the movie you were hoping for.
I've never stood up in anger in my life until after
Why do
I
you
watched
care,
that.
Joey? Why are you engaging?
It's because I recently rewatched Shrek 2. And I was like, damn, this
We're
movie's
never getting
fucking
Shrek 2
goated.
again.
I know.
We're never getting
I thought
Shrek 2.
maybe.
No, we're never getting Shrek 2.
I was like, 1%.
We're never getting Shrek 2.
1% of me is just like, maybe they'll bring
Don't
this shit
engage.
back. And it's terrible.
Brother, there are other things like the Sonic movie.
Which I still haven't seen.
You haven't seen Sonic?
I've only seen the first one.
Oh,
But that was like a couple of years ago.
That is, I feel like Sonic is just that genre film, whatever the fuck that genre film is, done right. I don't know why. I'm not even like a Sonic fan, but I fuck with the Sonic movie. I just,
I think that's the general sentiment for the
I don't
Sonic
know
movies.
why, because like Mario, it was alright. It
was fun.
The movie was alright,
Yeah.
you know.
It was made for the most amount of people to please the most amount of
Exactly.
Yeah.
It felt like it was just a movie that was made by a committee
Yep.
to be as marketable and as least offensive as possible.
Yep.
And I went in, I was like, had a good time.
Yeah.
Don't really remember much about it.
No.
You know.
Me neither.
Sonic, for some reason, I'm just like, damn, these are fucking fans, man. They're just having fun, you know. Like Jim Carrey doesn't give a shit anymore, but somehow he still gives a shit for Eggman out of like everyone. I'm
Peak
like,
of his acting career, if I do say.
I don't know why.
No, the thing is, as a Sonic fan, I do want to watch the rest of the movies, especially Sonic 3 because fucking Shadows, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
That's all the reason I need to watch.
Well,
it.
even like Sonic 2, where Idris Elba played Knuckles.
Yeah,
you know?
right?
It's-
And then now apparently Sonic 4, they're finally gonna fucking get Amy out there. Probably gonna be played by Zendaya for all we know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, they've hinted at it, so.
you guys gonna
2026.
watch the Minecraft movie?
I kind of want to, just to see how bad it is. I've just that genre of movie.
It looks too bad, man.
Yeah, that genre of
can't.
movie, I'm just like, I know I'm not gonna like this, but I kind of just want to be there for the memes, you know?
It's like you just feel like exactly 33 minutes into the movie, they're gonna be like, it's Minecraft time or something, you know, like that kind of. It's gonna say shit like that.
Yeah, I can't wait for Jack Black to be like, let's craft and mine, guys.
How much do you want to bet there's gonna be a YouTuber cameo in this?
Probably.
That's just.
I mean, I think the Minecraft community would rage if there wasn't at least one YouTube cameo.
They have a whole 20-minute segment about Dream calling people kittens. that's in the movie.
Guaranteed.
One of Dream's song is like part of the soundtrack.
Oh,
Fucking Mask song.
Oh,
Hey, I
man.
appreciate the fact that it's only an hour and 40 minutes though, because they could have easily fucking done a 2
When
hour
is this coming
Minecraft
out?
movie.
April 4th? Fuck, that's not.
Oh, 3 days too late.
Oh, that's not far away from where we are.
Yeah.
It's like
Actually, it might be out by the time this
yeah,
episode
actually, by the
comes
time this
out.
episode's out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll already be out.
We're too far ahead to talk about anything current.
Yeah, really not.
What have you been up to, Joey?
Yesterday I went to my first ever MMA event.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I got invited to go to there's this event called Breaking Down,
Okay.
which is a very like famous MMA event hosted by Asakura Mikuru, who is like a former pro boxer. He's basically at one point he was like I think the lightweight or featherweight champion of the world, and then he was on this like amazing streak, and then he fought Floyd Mayweather and got his ass beat. So he started this like event where it's literally Bucky in real life. It's the only way to describe it. So the show is anybody can sign up for this.
Oh wow.
So a bunch of people sign up for it. They like give their like resumes and like, you know, their like fighting history or like, you know, just like talking themselves up. And then they go into this audition phase where they invite all of these dudes into a room to like chat and like talk shit to one another. And from there, they create a roster, like a roster to basically go up against one another. And it's really short. Each fight is only 1 minute long, one round. But just it's a lot. It's kind of like MMA cross with WWE, because the WWE aspect is like you get to hear about these guys like backstories and stuff like that. So there's a lot of like fans and stuff like that.
So you had a lot of fun?
It was so fun. I've never been to like any kind of like fighting event live before, but just seeing these guys. Mind you, all of these guys, like majority of them are not like famous people or anything like that. They're just dudes who live in Japan and are like, yeah, I want to fight. Like a lot of them are like former, I'm sure the majority of them are like former like Yakuza or like, you know, just like very shady backgrounds who like do a lot of street fights and stuff like that. I've never seen that high of a concentration of tatted up Japanese dudes in one room. Like even the audience members were like screaming out, like it literally sounded like a Baki fight. But just like just hearing and seeing all of the backgrounds of like these guys and like, you know, why they want to be in the show and like basically just the majority of it, all of them is just like, yeah, the only reason why I want to be in Breaking Down is because I want to prove that I'm the strongest. And I'm like, that's just Baki.
I mean, it's just a fucking tournament arc at the end of the day,
really
right?
is.
That's just what MMA is.
But some of these dudes, man, fucking.
That guy looks like a salary man.
Yeah. But this dude, probably former Yakuza, because the moment he took his shirt off, nothing but tats.
Was there any fight that really stood out to you?
Yeah, there was one where I guess it was like a former, not a former champion, but like so this is Breaking Down 15 I went to. So this is the 15th event or the 15th season, I guess. And some of these guys are like kind of recurring, like comeback characters.
Side characters,
if you will. There was a dude who was going up. It was a guy who used to be like in the first couple of Breaking Down. So he's like a long running guy who's been in this tournament for a while and a newcomer. And it's so funny because before the matches start, they play like a little like clip of them, you know, like chatting shit and talking up themselves, being like, you know, like I'll fucking destroy him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And there was one where literally, you know, the matches are quite short. It's only 1 minute, one round. Yeah. Right. And then it goes to a vote. There was one match that I think literally lasted 3 seconds. Like it just went ding. Guy ran up, just went bam, 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 knocked out.
Wow.
And everyone was like, yo!
It was fucking hype, right?
It's so hype. And just what was so funny was just some of the entrance music that played for some of these dudes, because they get to pick like entrance pieces. There was a dude, I was saying this to Garnt earlier. There was a dude who unironically walked out to Darude Sandstorm.
Fuck yeah.
And
fuck yeah.
Yeah, just when I heard Darude, I was like, no way. I just heard the I was like, yo! But what was really funny, and there was a couple of people who walked out to Still Dre by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'm just like, are you just outing yourself that you've smoked weed in Japan before? Like, because otherwise you wouldn't know this song.
This is just all the 90s classics, man.
Yeah, but what kind of like annoyed me, I was like posting a bunch of Instagram stories from the event, and of course I had to post about Darude Sandstorm because it was just funny.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
God, the amount of comments I got on that from, I'm assuming people who are a lot younger than me.
Yeah.
Because so many of them were like, oh, I've never heard this song before, but it slaps. It's like, wow, this is like old school techno. One that pissed me off was someone went, LOL, millennial coded. And I was like, fuck you.
Coded.
I mean, it is millennial coded.
But also, fuck you. Do not talk down on my boy Darude. He made a banger. But yeah, this is fucking great. So they do this event, I think, once every like 6 months or so. So the next one is in like July in Osaka, I think. But yeah, it's fucking great.
How many knockouts did you see?
I think almost every round was a knockout.
Fuck.
Of some way.
Only 1 minute as well?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm telling you, like these guys, the moment the gong goes off,
yeah,
like no holds barred. They're fucking kicking, they're punching the shit out of each other. Like
how long was the event?
It was quite long. There's like 20 rounds or so. So I wasn't there for the whole time.
Good time?
Oh, fucking great time.
There's just something primal about seeing someone knocked out.
I always get sad when I see guys beat each other up. I don't know why. I feel bad.
It's
primal for a moment, and then I'm like, oh, they're actually just really hurting themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's kind of sad.
You have too much compassion. In the moment, you see someone get knocked out, and it's like, yo, that dude just got
like, I know they both agreed, and they both knew what they were getting themselves into. But then I just empathize with like, Man, imagine being the guy that got knocked the fuck out. It's got to be fucking miserable.
There was one fight actually that was the most hype. It was a match between this like kind of former champion. Like he used to be like a pro boxer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of a wholesome dude who was going up against this new guy who came in who is this fucking TikToker. Dude.
Oh god.
And supposedly he hyped himself up in the video beforehand, being like, yeah, I'm the biggest TikToker in all of Shinjuku, like like I'm like the embodiment of the kabukicho like vibe and energy, and like he was total douchebag, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's playing a character, I don't know, but he looked and sounded like an absolute total douchebag. The moment he came in, everyone in the crowd is booing.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's like, no, boo, fuck this
No,
guy.
that's great for the
Fuck
story.
that.
Great for
Yeah.
the story.
And then the contender came out and everyone was like, yeah, fuck him up. Fuck him up. And they survived the first round. So there were no knockouts in the first round. And then it goes to a voting thing. So there's 4 judges and then there's an audience vote
Interesting.
on like who they think won. A lot of the times when it gets to that point, it usually ends in like a draw and they do an extra 1 minute match. And they got to the draw and then the moment the second round started, dude just fucking wailed back and just knocked the fuck out of this TikToker out. Everyone stood up and was like, yeah! It's like, fuck you!
He held his own for a minute.
But also it was really funny because I was there with a couple of friends and we were like, oh, okay, let's see who this like TikToker guy is because I'd never heard of him.
Yeah.
How many followers do you think he had?
10,000.
900. And I'm just like, bro.
Well, you have to give him credit for great story building.
I mean, yeah.
You got the whole audience against him, and
No.
no one knew who the fuck he
He
was.
understood his role.
His role, yeah.
In
He
the
was the
story.
heel, you know.
And he played it right. So I appreciate that.
Good heel is priceless. That's
Yeah.
what they don't tell you.
Exactly. So I'm sure he gained a bunch of followers from that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Going to a live event like this just makes you think like how fucking hyped like OG gladiator matches were.
Oh my
you
God,
know, because
yeah.
that's basically what you're seeing. You know, you're seeing like a modern day Colosseum match, except back in the day it was an actual like blood sports.
Totally.
You know,
Totally.
I've never like properly gotten into MMA, but I have like a few friends who like truly like properly into MMA. They watch like every week, and it's interesting seeing like the different ways to like appreciate it. Like there's a crowd that's just like, yo, fucking man knocks man out, that's fucking hype. And then there's like the people who are like really appreciate like the technical aspect of it as well, because at a point it's kind of like you're watching 2 athletes at the top of the game with different tactics and different ways to win this match, go about it. And it's, I could definitely see myself getting into MMA like later on down in the line.
Yeah.
I feel like it goes hand in hand with
Oh,
like a lot
that's
of
the
like gym
TikTok
bros.
guy, by the way. On the
Is that a
left.
TikTok guy?
On the left.
Oh,
He
bro,
looks
he
like a-
dressed up right for
Yeah.
it.
Kabukimono?
Kabukimono, yeah.
This is gonna go like full like fucking Joe Rogan for a second, but have you seen that MMA fight where it's just like
This is the most Joe Rogan thing I've ever heard.
where it's just 2 guys and it's round 1 and the bell goes and then they just like give 0 shits about defense and they just like start punching the shit out of each other and seeing who can like tank more. Bro.
I think I have seen this.
Well, subtlety.
Okay, skip over to where the fight starts.
Oh, there you go. Most
Most
replay.
replay. There we go. like, wait. This part coming up. Just.
Oh my God.
All right, that was it. Yeah,
Dude,
I'm like, imagine how hype it would be seeing that live, man.
Don
Just-
Frye looks like a fucking like 1930s pugilist. Like,
I know.
he's just like, stick him up. With the mustache and everything.
Yeah, the mustache is giving.
Hell yeah, dude.
This shit is out of a fucking Rocky movie, man.
Yeah, that's
Just
so
like-
good.
Fucking American shorts as well.
American shorts as well. I know
yeah.
this MMA fight lives with like this clip lives with my mind.
Yeah, no,
rent-free.
it's interesting, right, that you say that, Connor, because like I wasn't really interested or anything in like MMA or boxing either, but I think actually seeing an event, even though it's not technically like the proper MMA fight,
Yeah.
it kind of changed my mind on it. It's really hype.
I just like seeing someone get punched.
I didn't think so
Dunno, I
either.
just
But
don't like
when
it.
you get like characters like that are clearly playing the villain,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
them getting what they deserve, there was a part of me
Like
that
I
was
know
all-
everyone's down for it. Like I
Yeah.
know everyone's like chill
Yeah.
with it, and they know they're getting punched and
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know, man. Something about it makes you feel weird.
Well, did you guys ever in your life have like a wrestling phase or anything like that, or just consumed it at all?
No, I got into my wrestling phase like during COVID.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So wait.
I admire the athleticism of wrestling.
Yeah.
I understand
Yeah.
like it's like it's very demanding on the body. And
Yeah.
I respect what they do, but you know, and I filmed videos with wrestlers, and that was really interesting. But for me, I've always struggled to really connect with it on a personal level. But I always really enjoyed it,
Which
and
is
admired
hilarious
the
because
craft.
out of the three of us, you've definitely had the most fist fights in your life.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about fighting when it's real versus when it's agreed upon.
Right.
It's just so different.
It's not raw enough.
I think the rawness of aggression, and when it's necessary, is what I don't know. Is what makes it feel necessary.
I don't know. I've watched wrestling a few times, and especially like I think my cousin, like my only exposure to wrestling was my cousin was like really into wrestling in like the late 90s, early 2000s, basically when The Rock was like at his peak for the WWF back at the time. And I think I get it to a point, but the amount of investment it requires
It's a lot.
to follow every storyline. Because like you know, with the thing that I respect about wrestling fans is that it's the amount of time investment you need to follow all of these storylines for all of these different wrestlers. You know, it is a new kind of like, it is a different level of rabbit hole than fucking
It's like the Gundam franchise.
yeah, right. But like, imagine that, but it's just never ending.
Yeah.
You know, and it's still continuing on to this day.
Like the Gundam franchise.
And like, part of me is jealous of wrestling fans because they talk about the experience. They talk about their experience of some of these major fucking moments in wrestling, and I get jealous of them because I'm like, damn, I understand why you're a wrestling fan because I want to feel the emotions.
They talk
that
about
you-
it like it's like watching the Berlin Wall fall down. Like it's like
yeah, I want to feel that.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be so
right.
hype? Like something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened recently where it was I saw some people talking about John Cena turning heel.
Yeah, into
Right?
the villain arc.
Yeah, into the villain arc.
I saw that clip as well.
And I'm just like, even like my base knowledge of wrestling, right? I can only imagine the emotions you like wrestling fans would go through feeling that.
It's that clip of like when John Cena is going in to hug someone and The Rock is standing behind him and
Yeah.
he just goes. Everyone's like, oh shit!
like I can't even imagine going like your whole life growing up. You see John Cena, Mr. America, Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
He's like he stands for everything that's right. And then you like grow up as an adult and you see that villain arc. I'm like, damn, I'm jealous. I wish I could
Yeah.
feel the betrayal and the emotions, even though it's scripted, even though it's
That's the thing. I mean this in the nicest
Yeah.
way. For me, wrestling is my trash TV, where it's like it's
Yeah.
so like
I mean, it's amazing.
it's
Like,
so
it's-
fun to watch,
it is
especially
fun to watch,
knowing
yeah.
like, you know, like, and that whole argument of like, oh, wrestling is fake. Why would you even enjoy it? It's
mean,
like, but
come
that's why it's fun to watch because it's like watching a
Why
story.
would you watch a movie if it's not real?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I think, yeah, I want to get into wrestling.
Yeah.
So fucking bad.
And as someone who used to,
Yeah.
you know, kind of put down wrestling when I was younger,
Yeah.
I was just being like, oh, it's fake. You know, why would you even enjoy this? Like, as
Yeah.
an adult now and getting into it over COVID, like, I get it now.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like watching a great TV series. you
yeah.
know?
And
Yeah.
like the only thing that puts me off from getting into wrestling is just the time investment.
Yeah.
That is literally it.
Yeah.
That-
like,
that-
when do you start? You know?
I'm like, where do I start to get into it?
Like, which SmackDown do I start with, you know?
This episode is sponsored by Shopify.
Look, boys, I'm lost.
What's up?
Me too.
I want to sell stuff. I don't know what yet, but I want to sell stuff.
I get you, man.
And I need to know how I can sell things online because I don't know how you do it. But I know that, Joey, you sell amazing clothes online. How do you do it?
Well, let me get Garnt to tell you about what we over at Nonsense use, Shopify.
Joey, I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, that nobody does selling better than Shopify.
You're not wrong.
And is it home of the #1 checkout on the planet?
Absolutely.
And is there a not so secret that with Shop Pay, it boosts conversions up to 50%?
Expeditiously.
Does that mean that way less carts are going abandoned and way more carts are going cha-ching?
You bet your ass.
So you're telling me, if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in their store, in their feed, and everywhere in between?
You betcha.
So Joey, just one more thing. Do businesses that sell more sell on Shopify?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
So what are you waiting for, boys? Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we over at Nonsense use. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/trash, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/trash to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/trash. I need to tell you guys about the sponsor of today's video, the good friends over at Sakuraco. Sakuraco is a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local makers across Japan. Each box is carefully curated with traditional and seasonal snacks like mochi, dorayaki, manju, and more, including signature Japanese teas and an exclusive homeware item. Sakuraco delivers an authentic taste of Japan to your home. This month, being the month of May, we have the Savoring Osaka box. The exclusive item for this month here is a tenugui, or I guess a traditional Japanese handkerchief. You can use it as a handkerchief, or you can use it as a little bit of a wrapping cloth as well, which is what people typically used to use these tenugui for. You know that this is like super traditional because this month they have miyako kombu, which is actually a thing that my grandma used to give me when I was little. It's like salted seaweed strips like this. I mean, look. This is definitely an acquired taste, but I love this stuff. Full of calcium and fiber as well, and only 17 calories. Plus, check it out. We have another tea pairing right here. We have the Osaka Sencha tea pairing. Sencha is kind of like a specific kind of tea that we drink in Japan. Yes, we don't just drink green tea, ladies and gentlemen. Each box, as I showed you earlier, comes with its own booklet. This booklet having a bunch of information about the theme of the box, as well as information about all the snacks in the box, including important stuff like allergen information as well. All of this and a whole lot more in this month's Sakuraco. So boys, bring a little bit of Japan over to your home by clicking the link down in the description below. And hey, while you're at it, why don't you use the coupon code TRASHTASTE at checkout to get yourself a little bit of a discount as well. Big thank you to Sakuraco for sponsoring this video. Back to the show.
I also went to Himeji to do some fun stuff for the Welsh government. That was really fun.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
How was that?
It was really fun.
Huh?
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, obviously, it's so unusual whenever I have to film for like be a presenter for someone else and not like a YouTube video for like me or my friends.
Yeah.
Right.
It was really interesting seeing the process of how they make videos. But it was also really interesting because basically like Himeji, which is also a fucking beautiful castle. And I think I'm biased, but it's the best castle in Japan. Mainly because it was never had any conflict ever, and it was perfectly preserved.
Right.
Because it never had any conflict ever. It was also built pretty late as well. But it's a really fucking huge castle. And anyway, they have these grounds right in front of it where they set up a bunch of stalls that were kind of like mixed Welsh and Japanese things. Because it's St. David's Day, which is St. Dydd Gwyl in Welsh, which is kind of like the only really like big Welsh day, which is March 1st.
Right.
And so had a bunch of different Welsh things. By the time this is out, the video will be out. The longer form video will be out, but we did a fun little promotion with them. And it was really interesting seeing how they were like, yeah, just kind of like do your thing. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'll just do my thing. And so they asked, they were like, yeah, just speak more Japanese here. And I was like, well, think about that actually it's kind of tough.
Fun fact.
Yeah, because I had to go on stage and like the Japanese people who were talking to me, they were like, oh, please answer in Japanese. And I was like, okay. I'm like, are you okay with it sounding bad? Because it will sound bad. So they were like, well, you know, like, but luckily they gave me nice softball questions and it wasn't too bad in the end. I thought they were going to ask me some, please explain Welsh culture. Yeah. It was literally like, you're in Himeji. What do you think of Himeji? And I'd be like, Himeji wa kakkoi ne.
Tanoshii desu.
Ga mitai desho ne. And they were like, oh, nice. Yeah. So it wasn't too complicated. And I had to kind of talk to some Japanese people and kind of like get them involved in the Welsh stuff. It was really fun. It was a good time.
Hell yeah.
It was just cool, man.
What did you do specifically? Like just a bunch of Welsh
So they
activities?
had set up a stall where you could get like a stamp book.
Yeah.
Very Japanese. You can get these Welsh stamps
Right.
if you did certain things, certain Welsh challenges. So
what's a Welsh
well,
challenge?
some of them were more Welsh and some of them weren't even challenges. But it was all good fun. Like one of them was like, just accept a daffodil. And you were like, okay, cool. It's Welsh. Because they had like a thing of like, do what,
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's another one where it's like, do an origami of a dragon. I was like, a little more difficult than the previous one. And one of them was like, get the AR dragon on your phone.
Right,
to,
right,
like,
yeah.
whatever. So it was cool. It was interesting. And they posted a little something to their socials, which was cute.
Yeah, nice.
It was just fun to get to work with the Welsh government and see
You're
how they.
you're the Welsh representative of Japan, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I just think
That's what everyone's saying.
no. I just think I'm the only person who is Welsh who is also known for being in Japan.
Right.
So I think it just kind of worked out.
what is that?
So
what is that
basically what
Venn
I just said.
diagram? You know?
Basically what I just said.
I guess. I just think it's
big is that
disingenuous
Venn
to be like,
diagram?
they just hired me to make a video.
What other Welsh dude lives in Japan?
Like 4, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Sonic Geeks who's Welsh, but he doesn't speak Welsh. So I
Yeah,
guess
right.
yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah. It was fun though. It was really interesting. It was tough though, because when they told me about it, they were like, yeah, we'd love to get you to get the Japanese people, more involved with the booth. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's gonna be tough. I was like, is Pete coming? No. Pete could do this in 2 seconds.
I need a hype man.
I was like, this kind of tough. But it was good though. They had like 700 stamp books that they'd apparently all had been fully taken.
Oh,
So that
nice.
was cool.
Shit.
It was
Hell yeah,
really
dude.
interesting. And the whole time, I found really interesting is that there was a sub-cutter event going on the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, subculture event happening the entire time.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which I don't know if you know it. I didn't know this. I didn't know what subculture meant.
Sabukaru.
Do you know what subculture means?
Like, just, I mean,
What,
it's
you-
kind of a broad term.
It was just anime. It was just weeb shit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's one subculture.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
was
is
just
a
weeb
sub.
shit.
I was like,
So they told me they were like, yeah, by the way, there's a subculture event going on, and they thought I was filming something for it, and I was like, oh no, I'm not at all. And I was there for 2 days because I wanted to just chill in Himeji and check it around because I haven't been to Himeji that much. I've only been twice. I wanted
Yeah.
to kind of get to know it a little bit better. And so they had a subculture event for 2 days. And it wasn't subculture, it was just weeb culture, is what I learned.
Which is the biggest subculture in Japan, I'd say.
And dude, it was fucking cool because they had, while we were doing this Welsh thing and I was presenting and stuff, they had a march, a cosplay march. So they did like this militaristic kind of march where all these cosplayers would march around the castle and go out in the cosplay. It was really cool.
Well, what was the cosplay? Just a bunch of
anything.
anime characters?
It was
Oh, shit.
literally everything. Like a normal convention you
Right,
saw it
right.
online. You see,
Yeah.
they were all marching around. It's really cool. And then when the day was done, I went to go check it out. There's a bunch of Itashas, which is really interesting.
Nice.
yep.
Very interesting. The waifus they chose. But
Who did they choose?
there's a lot of I saw Spy Family, I saw Hatsune Miku, I saw Free Ren, and then a
Okay.
bunch of girls from animes that I don't recognize but seem Love Life adjacent-esque. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
probably.
Like that kind of
okay.
waifu, you know?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
idol girls.
The idol
Yeah,
girls,
stuff that
yeah.
I didn't know. And so then I saw the idol girls who were also performing, and I saw their fanboys who were going, hey, and they were getting
Yeah.
into it. But the highlight easily was like, they had this guy who was DJing songs, and I'd never seen this before. He was DJing like moe songs. I don't know if there's a genre for
Okay.
this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like bubblegum pop
Yeah.
stuff.
Bubblegum pop songs.
Yeah.
And the DJ was DJing. He was doing his thing. And these guys were doing the thing where they were doing the arm thing, like going crazy dancing. And they all had towels. There was like 30 of them. They were going crazy.
Oh, you're talking about like it's called otage.
Yes.
Yeah, where they're just like,
Yeah, they were going fucking ballistic. And they had a crowd of like 100 people watching them. It was insane.
Yeah.
And so they were doing it, right? And the best part was occasionally they'd play a song and they'd all kind of like go out back into the crowd. They'd disperse. They'd be like, I don't fuck with this one.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then when the song came on that they liked, they'd go like, oh shit. And they'd all come in, they'd point at the DJ like, no way you put this one on. And then they'd start going fucking ballistic, fucking doing it. But they were all doing like a different routine.
Yeah.
But they were going fucking ballistic. And I watched them for like 30 minutes because it was so fun to watch these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go crazy. And every single time the song changed, everyone went like, oh shit. And they'd all come in and start going like, fucking going crazy. It was insane watching them,
You
bro.
gotta,
And
you gotta, I gotta take you to Mogra one of these days.
Yeah.
I've been to Mogra once.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't seen that though. I went for like a party. It wasn't like an actual thing.
A couple of times I went to Mogra. It's just all that.
These guys,
They go hard.
burning energy.
Yeah.
They all had towels. They were all sweating, and they all looked like 40, 50.
Yep.
Some of them were like tatted up, earrings.
Yeah.
Like they looked like they could have been in the accuser, but they were just fucking
They're
going at
Man,
it.
Idol fans are on a different level of commitment.
They
man.
really are. They really are.
can you
I'm
imagine-
almost jealous.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I just thought it was sick, man. I was like, dude, I wish I loved something this much. wish I cared about something this much.
Bro, I'd be ripped. You become
yeah.
You become an Idol fan. Become an Idol fan. Get into this. Put some like weights on,
Yeah.
and you're like, damn, next Goku right here, man. Next Goku in the sky.
It's like, do you go to the gym? It's like,
Yeah.
nah.
Nah, bro.
I just dance.
Here's my workout routine.
It just killed me, their interactions with the DJ. It was so funny.
Hell yeah.
And the DJ was like that Shrek meme every time where he goes like, and every single song he'd be like, you guys like this one? And they'd all be like, no, fucking shit, no fucking way.
Hell yeah.
And they would proceed to go ballistic and burn 1,500 calories.
Fuck yeah.
It was so cool.
How was
what's
it
up.
representing Wales though?
That's cool. I'm kidding. It was awesome. No, it was great.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I got to do it, and it was really fun getting to use Japanese, English, and Welsh. all
Yeah.
in,
So
like, a
was
bunch
it?
of stuff.
It was like a government thing, right?
Yeah, it's on the Welsh like government
Yeah,
like
yeah,
tourist
yeah.
socials to like promote Wales, because right now is the year of Wales and Japan.
Oh shit.
Wait, what makes it the year of Wales?
I don't know what decides that it's the year of Wales. I think they just decided that they wanted to kind of, it's just diplomacy.
Spin a roulette.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I understand why diplomats do what they do, or governments decide
Fair
enough.
they do. But I guess they decided that they really wanted to promote Welsh interests in Japan,
Yeah.
because I think that there are quite a lot of factories. Like I think Sony, Toyota, and Panasonic, and a bunch of these other companies have factories within Wales.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
think
really?
they're trying to promote. Yeah, I think I could be wrong in saying this. I think that a lot of the Sony cameras are assembled in Wales.
Oh wow.
I know that Raspberry Pis are or something like that. I'm not sure.
Huh.
So I think that there's a lot of business interests with kind of promoting the two.
right.
Because like the mayor of Himeji was there at this thing as well.
Oh damn.
And so
That's legit.
yeah. So I think that there's 90% of camera production to Wales, to Thailand. I just saw.
Yeah.
But I think some of them were built in Wales or something
Hey,
like that.
let's
yeah.
go.
But I know that there's been like
yeah.
I don't fully understand, because to me, I feel like if I was running a business, having like a country just kind of like caught me a little bit wouldn't make
Yeah.
me decide
Yeah.
what exactly to do. But I also think it's good for, I think Wales needs all the promotion it can get.
Yeah.
So I think I'm happy to oblige and
What's-
promote
what's
the
the
great
one-
nation of Wales.
What's the one thing about you guys' country that you get like patriotic about? Like you're proud of this thing, man.
Fuck, I mean, I don't know. I think the
I've never
language.
seen you more proud of Australia than doing a shoey on stage, Joey. I'll be honest.
Yeah. It is. It might possibly be the most degenerate.
I like how
reason.
I'm like, yeah, the language. He's like, yeah, shoey.
Nah, there's nothing that makes you be like, fuck yeah, Australia, when you do a shoey.
But I think that also, like, when you're Australia, you get to pick the shoey.
Yeah,
You have the luxury of being Aussies.
There's that great news clip of it was a live news clip of a guy like talking about something or whatever. The presenter is there, and I guess it was like a party night or
Oh
something.
yeah, they put a shoe in his mouth. He's just like,
there's
yeah,
a dude
yeah.
that comes out and he just starts doing a shoey, and then he pours the presenter a shoey and he does it, and all the comments are just like, "My man, let's go."
he probably lost his job as well.
Nah, he got the respect.
Hell
for
yeah,
that.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fox Sports
Is it the
report
Fox reporter one?
joins in. Oh, it's a Fox News guy.
Is it?
Oh
wait,
my
go
God.
up. Play the clip. Oh, it's on
Oh
fucking
shit.
Facebook.
Fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
Nah, it should be on
Ah.
YouTube.
All right, well,
Yeah, whatever.
all right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
You get the point.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah, I'd say shoey or
It's like weird. My English side and my my Thai side is slightly different. Like the one thing I'm weirdly proud of that any like Brit can do is that this is gonna be like super fucking niche and weird. It's like our ability to make a football chant out of anything. Like whenever
that shit is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
whenever I go on YouTube compilations and
Always
it's
a
just
new
like the
one.
funniest
Always a
football
new one.
chants, and it's just like random Americans being like, how do English British people like do this?
How does everyone know the words?
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, this is easy.
Yeah, because you go to an American game and they have to like they start the thing for you. They go,
Yeah.
dun, 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 for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So that you like, I should chant now. Now I should chant.
Yeah, but in the UK, it's always just one fucking
Yeah.
shit face, dude.
he gets it started, man.
Who do we hate?
It literally is just one like fucking shit-faced dude, and everyone in the crowd just knows that energy and just
Yeah.
gets on it, man.
I love
Yeah.
that shit. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the same with me with like my Australian side and my Japanese side. My Japanese side is like, we have the fine arts. We have, fucking traditional Japanese food and
Yeah.
the food culture and the, preserving of the culture. And it's all grandiose and fine. Meanwhile, in Australia, it's like, yeah, we got fucking shit face. It couldn't be further from one another.
It's so weird. Because like in Thailand, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking proud of like our Muay Thai culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fucking cool as shit,
Yeah.
man. Thai New Year's, you're not gonna have a better fucking time.
Yeah.
Britain, it's like fucking getting shit faced.
Chippies at the pub.
Fucking spoonies?
Spoonies.
Oh man.
God damn.
Oh, jeez.
Difference
That
between
is-
Asia and the West.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, at least you have a fucking dragon on your flag, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
It's just a fucking dragon. It's cool though. It's cool.
Yeah, but it's a fucking dragon.
It is like how many other countries? I mean, one other country has a dragon on their flag, right?
Bhutan?
Bhutan has a dragon.
Bhutan
Yeah.
has a dragon on their
It's an
flag.
anemic looking dragon. I hate to tell him. I had to call him out. He's a weak dragon.
Not as good as ours.
They don't know a dragon.
Oh, in Malta.
Malta has a dragon? What?
Wait, bring up the Malta flag.
What?
Where is it?
Where-
It's probably
it-
like hidden.
oh, is it in the fucking corner?
hidden away.
Oh, what the fuck? Nah,
Show that dragon loud.
that doesn't
Loud
count.
and proud. One thing, some of the flags I think is super weird is all like the American state flag. Like there's no, like I feel like with most flags in the world there is a design philosophy, and with some state flags it's just I think some of them feel like it's just like a third grade kids project where you just take, where you
The
just
state
take.
flags suck, man.
I mean, you're doing a throwback to one of our
Yeah.
first trash
Oh,
tastes.
yeah, this is.
They've already
After
seen our
Darks.
opinions. They don't
They've
need to
already
see
seen
them
We
our
have a trash
opinions.
taste after dark from like 4 years ago where we
Oh
did this.
man, back in the day.
I don't even remember what we agreed on was the best
Just-
one.
I don't know either.
Oh my god.
Look at the
flags.
Maryland flag, dude. That's just a
I
that's
like
a
that
Rorschach test.
I like that one though.
I like that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I prefer
For
that kind of
character.
like flag design than just here's a.
That's like a quilt a serial killer makes in his
Yeah,
jail
it's epic.
It's just like
it looks cool, man. But we're not gonna repeat
Yeah,
our
whatever.
trash taste after dark.
yeah, go watch that if you haven't.
So I finally finished Metaphor as well.
Gosh.
Let's go.
Um,
So out of
fucking-
10,
fucking 10 out. Nah, it's not 10 out of 10.
but it's better than Persona.
It is it is a better story than Persona.
Thank you.
Any of the personas?
I feel like it has one of the strongest stories.
I think it has one of the strongest
Very-
stories.
I think a
Safe answer.
big thing and a big factor into me saying this is they gave the main character a personality, and I really fucking fuck with that. I'm so tired of JRPG characters being this like lifeless husk.
Yeah, the main character actually has dialogue,
Yeah, that he has dialogue, he has a
Cool.
personality.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that.
which is all we wanted.
But I will tell you the thing that stops it from being a perfect game:
Don't say what I think you're about to say.
no romance options. No romance options.
Why would that make
I
it
don't.
good?
Huh?
Why would that make it good?
Look,
Why'd you just stick your dick in everything, Garnt?
it's not even about sticking my dick in everything.
Just because you
okay?
want to fuck the white-haired girl.
No. Okay.
Nice
Which,
shot. Nice
first
shot.
off,
Sorry.
first off,
Which is hilarious because I'm pretty sure she's tan.
first off, Joey.
Yes.
so I do have a white girl wife. Yes. Second off, Joey. Come on. It's look. There are so many. Look, it wouldn't bother me as much if they weren't fucking teasing.
No.
If it's specifically, I
I agree.
swear to God, it was almost as if, like, so I don't think every game needs a romance option, but Metaphor specifically, there are so many moments that I swear to God, they're teasing you with like dialogue
Yeah.
or with options, and I'm like, this feels like it should have a romance
Especially the
option in it.
further you go in each of their social links, the sexual tension becomes palpable.
Yeah, so there's this one scene where I'm like, okay, this needs to have this feels like it was designed to have a romance option in it.
Yeah.
It was with one of the characters that shows up, is a like princess kind of like leader of a tribe. And in like one of the very first scenes with her, she like you ask for a handshake. You ask for a handshake. You ask for, and it's she's like, oh, handshakes means something different in my tribe.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm like,
She's so
bro,
shy about it.
bro.
Look, all I'm going to say, what the fuck was the name again?
No, not Juna.
Not Juna. Bring her up. Look, if all I'm going to say is if Metaphor had a romance option, I would have picked her. That's all I'm going to say.
Yuffie.
Yuffie, that's it. Yeah. Oh, was it a U?
Yeah. Yufa.
Yufa, that's it. Yeah, Yufa.
That image is not doing her justice.
Yeah, she's got 3 eyes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Because her entire tribe is 3.
Yeah, her entire tribe
lovely.
is like
Yeah,
3
Yufa.
eyes. But as soon as they introduced her character, I was like, this, like, there is like several moments in Metaphor where you have to like basically pick a date to hang out with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a staple of like the Persona series as well,
Right,
where
right,
there will
right.
be these special events. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be that gamer that is just like, just let me pick romance options. But in this case, I was like, you know what? Sometimes just give gamers what they want. No,
No.
you don't need romance. What?
I don't give a fuck about romancing these fucking
Why?
characters. Why?
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 It's,
What do I get from that?
no,
You get a
just like-
fucking cute ass. What else are you gonna get?
I don't know. I just don't need that.
you get
That
you-
was the best part about the Persona games.
No.
Where it's
Yeah.
like at the end of all of the, after all the grinding and after all the you know all the story you've gone through, and you're just like, I've picked that one character.
yeah.
That I want that little extra
sometimes,
I
scene
gotta
from.
say,
sometimes
like, for
they're
me,
what?
I think I'm missing something. 'Cause I just hate romance in games.
Really?
Yeah, I hate romancing. Like the act of having to romance, not like
not
a
like having a
story.
romance in
Yeah,
games.
yeah, I'm fine with romance, but the act where I have to fucking romance, I'm like, oh my fucking god, no.
that's the-
Why'd you hate that?
Why do you hate that?
It's just so much fucking work, isn't it? For nothing.
No, it's not for
What?
nothing.
It's not for nothing. You get a cute
I
scene
don't
out
want
of
to
it.
fuck these characters or romance
It's
them.
not even about
in the
it's-
Persona games, you get to kiss at the end.
I don't want to
Yeah.
kiss these characters.
I do. I want to kiss them. They're cute as fuck.
I respect your opinion.
The moment I find a cute character in any like Atlas games and Persona Shin Megami Tensei games, I'm just like, I need to see the fucking main character and this girl kissing. Otherwise,
Yes.
I cannot stop
Yes.
the game.
Yes, you get it. You
I-
get it.
Need it.
Doesn't it suck though that every time they release a game now, if there's no romance, all the fans will be like, where's the romance?
If Persona 6 doesn't have romance, boycott.
Okay. That feels a bit dramatic.
I need it.
Well, okay, that's how I felt towards Meta because I know there is you know a lot of vocal people about Metaphor to say that it doesn't need romance. And
Yeah.
no, it doesn't.
In an aspect, it doesn't.
it doesn't
Yes.
need romance to
Yes.
be an amazing
doesn't.
game.
Yeah.
But I would like
No,
it.
it
But
doesn't need it.
but I would like it. Are you telling me that adding romance options to Metaphor would not have made my playing experience even better?
We got.
Would it help my playthrough though?
We're gonna show Connor the
Which has
merchant
never
girl.
happened.
We're gonna show Connor the merchant MILF girl.
Okay, let me see if I change my mind real quick.
All right. I forgot her fucking name. Just type in metaphor white haired character. I forgot. Yeah, white hair girl. I forgot her name. Yeah. Fucking. What the fuck was her name again? Brigitta.
Brigitte.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Brigitta.
man.
Oh.
How old is she?
Definitely an adult. Don't worry. Yeah, Brigitta.
Oh,
Brigitta. The part about Brigitta legitimately. Look, I'm not into tsunderes at all.
Okay, I would.
I want to see
Like-
age.
like,
I want
I-
to see age.
I- okay.
I need to see how much woman I'm working with. Can we get Brigitte age?
Who would you romance if you had to pick? Because I went with Brigitte.
For me, it's either Brigitta or Yuffie.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Because like for me, the thing that sold me was when she was like she comes off this like cold ass businesswoman, and she's
then the
like,
dog?
and then she's like, yo, but can you like take care of my dog, please? Like,
Yeah, she feels
What is this game? By the way?
feels-
What the fuck is this game?
the first like 3 stages of
Yeah,
her
yeah.
like of her social links is just like this like kind of cold-hearted, like has absolutely no
Yeah.
empathy, anything like that, like
Yeah.
purely businesswoman.
Yeah.
But then when she takes on the role of looking after like a client's dog and she learns empathy from that
Yeah.
and love. And then
Yeah.
when the dog gets kidnapped and she goes on a killing spree, I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm just like-
I think this game needs romance. I think I've changed my mind. We need romance for Brigitte.
Brigitte is so hot.
I just think we need romance in this game. It's a
Yeah.
crime they haven't, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about my gamer brain. Maybe I've just like been experienced like too many JRPGs.
Yeah.
I swear, I feel like in like traditional RPGs, like you have shit like the BioWare stuff with like Dragon Age and Mass Effects. And I feel like in JRPGs, romance is always seems to be a part of the storyline very, very often. And I think that just like programmed my brain to being like, give me romance, give me a romance subplot or romance options. Because I remember the very first game where I discovered like romance options in RPG, and it was actually like Knights of the Old Republic. I'm like, I remember being like,
You can romance in that?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. I mean, it's like the first BioWare game.
Oh shit!
It's one of
I
the-
never played it, so I don't know.
Oh, fucking brilliant game.
Fucked up.
That fucking unlocked something in my mind because I remember being a kid.
Who do you romance in that?
Jar
Sorry.
Jar Jar?
Java?
No. Can you search up Knights of the Old Republic
I don't got enough dick for Jar Jar.
character?
Can I fuck Boba Fett?
Yo.
No, it's who are the romance options again? I completely forgot.
Damn, I never played this game.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, this is a goated game, man. Probably my favorite piece of Star Wars media.
Bastilla for male
Bastilla,
characters
yes,
and
I
Karth
romance-
and Juhani for female players.
Man, female players got more options than male
What the
players.
fuck?
What was going on?
They don't understand gamers.
Yeah, because I remember playing this as a kid, and I was like, wait, some of these dialogue options sounds like flirting. What's up with that? And then
Me learning flirting. for the first time.
Yeah.
me learning flirting from like a fucking dialogue tree.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is, if I was single and I was talking to a girl, if I don't get the like option whenever I get like a good dialogue option, then I don't know if
I mean, bro, you grew up playing visual novels, the fucking genre for romance.
Yeah,
Like,
but fucking visual novels like gives you a false sense of riz because it's just literally 2 options. It's
False
like
sense. That'd be a great name for an album.
false sense of
False
riz.
sense.
Yeah.
That's my next album.
What's your next album?
Yeah, it gives you a false sense of riz because it's just like, oh, okay, you have this like dialogue option where it's like it's either the obvious correct answer or it's the I'm a fucking psychopath with no sympathy answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder which one is gonna get the girl.
Okay, do you know the biggest things that the moving topic? The biggest thing that pisses me off about the Persona series.
Go on.
So
I'm listening.
Should be a station.
okay, so in the
That is a bitch to navigate.
in the social links,
Yeah.
right? You have to pick the right dialogue option in order to optimize how like friendly they are to you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So to explain, Connor, to increase your social link, you hang out with characters and you
Just say
have
the
to
right
pick the right dialogue option
Right.
for that personality type. Sometimes what dialogue option is best for that character just seems fucking randomized, man. You're like, sometimes you're just like,
feel you.
do you think mass murder is wrong? And you have to pick like, and you pick like,
We should
no.
have both sides.
Yeah. And you be like, no. And that pisses off the character or something like that. And I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah, no, it'd be like, do you think mass murder is wrong? It's like,
Yeah.
no, absolutely, it's terrible. And it's like, wow, what a fucking closed-minded statement.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what are these dialogue options
Yeah,
right
no,
now?
I feel that.
And I feel like BioWare has like sometimes, I don't know how many RPGs you play, but sometimes you pick dialogue options and
I think it's because like you sometimes you get the self-insert character,
yeah.
and they would just say shit that I would never fucking say in that situation. I think
Yeah.
that pisses me off.
But that's why I liked Metaphor, because it wasn't a self-insert character. It was an actual character
I think
with
that would work better. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a character with personality that clearly was just like a character that you're currently looking in the eyes of to
Yeah.
experience the story, but it doesn't force you to be like, this is you.
I think that sounds much much better than Persona, where it's supposed to be like a blank character for you
Yeah.
to kind of be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then oftentimes it's like, maybe they're like, I would be like, that's fucking stupid. Like, no, say one of these two. And they're both basically saying the same thing, but slightly different.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like babyish.
Yeah.
Where it's like the dialogue it's like trying to give me the illusion of choice, which I never had.
Yeah.
I think that the moment I see that, I'm immediately turned off. Whereas if it's a character, it's like in some aspects, I appreciate they let me choose.
Yeah.
But in other ways, I'm like, if it's a character, the dialogue should be written for him.
Well,
I should not have a say in what this character says. Even if there's an extreme option, why am I able to then just ignore that the next time, pretend like I never said the extreme option, right?
Yeah. Do you feel like you need to be able to relate to the character you're playing in order to appreciate the game? Because I feel like a lot of games, they try to make it a blank slate because they're like, oh, you could insert yourself into this character. Whereas you have other games where it's like the main character is a specific character.
I think it completely depends because like sometimes I don't mind the self-insert character if I know that, the stakes are maybe low or maybe I'm just there to kind of be there for the ride.
Yeah.
But then there are some games where by the main character not being a self-insert, it further enhances the story experience,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't mind the fact that for most Persona and Shin Megami Tensei games where the characters are the kind of blank slate self-insert type of characters because, that's the kind of point of the game, right? Like, that's the world you want to explore.
Yeah.
But, if we're sticking to like Atlas, for example, you have games like Catherine, where like the main character very much has his own type of personality that you can choose which direction you want to go in, but it's clearly not, even though you can dictate what kind of personality trait he's going to have for the remainder of the game, he still seems like his own character. You know what I mean?
And
that's
kind of like borrowing his story.
Yeah, you're basically playing God and like pushing him in a direction to
Yeah.
be like, you can be the good guy this time, or you can be the absolute dickhead.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what the original Mass Effect did really well as well, where you can go like the good route or the evil route. But I think the base character was always there, and it always felt like if you picked like the good dialogue, then it was like it still felt right for that character being a good guy. And then if you pick the bad dialogue, it was like, oh, it's just this character being an extra, feeling kind of like assholey that day.
Right.
And the thing I appreciate about Metaphor is that I had a good idea about what the main character was. It was just how sassy do I feel like on the day sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Where-
I hear you.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah,
where,
for
where
sure.
I'm like, I can be a good boy, or I could be a good boy with just a little bit of sass.
Yeah.
You know?
I also hate choice when it's unimportant.
Yeah.
I hate when they just give me a choice and
God.
it's meaningless.
Yeah.
Because I stress about it. I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I genuinely don't want to fuck something up.
Yeah.
And then you'll go through the game and be like, man, all the decisions are pointless, huh? And then someone will be like, you missed the one decision. That was actually pretty crucial. Should have known that you should have flipped the toast.
But that's what I like.
It.
That's what I like a lot about a lot of Atlas games specifically is that like they're so good, especially in like games like Catherine or the Persona series, where they build it up so that each decision doesn't necessarily create one large impact, but it's more so a collection of small impacts that eventually lead to a large impact.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, like this, because, in like, say, the Persona games or like even Metaphor, when you're doing the social links, the dialogue options that you can pick, they don't necessarily affect immediately how the story is going to go. But in the long run, it could get to the point where it's like, oh, because I made those small wrong decisions, my social link isn't as high as it is, which makes the end fight a little bit more difficult, or maybe I'm missing out on a couple of things. So I think I prefer that rather than one giant, like, this will decide whether you get the good ending or bad ending, and then the rest of the dialogue just doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. I mean, me and Pete get into arguments pretty much every time we talk about Mass Effect. Because one of the biggest controversies about Mass Effect is that the ending of the final trilogy of Mass Effect was kind of like, it didn't really matter too much. It was kind of like just like no matter what choices you made leading up to that point, it was kind of like just three flavors of endings.
Right.
And then that was it.
Right.
But I still like, P hates that. And, I can understand that. But to me, it was the choices up to that point that really determined what journey you took. And to me, the journey was like, the amount of variation in the journey itself was memorable enough that I didn't care so much that, hey, every choice mattered in terms of getting like 27 different endings. Because one big pet peeve I have about games is that if there are like too many endings, I'm like,
I hate when there's too many endings and they're only like tiny different.
Yeah.
Right. Like, actually, he's wearing a blue scarf in this ending, which signaled that he did not approve. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Why do they have to play 5 hours to get that?
Did you care about the ending of Elden Ring?
No, not really. Elden Ring is a journey.
It's a journey.
It's that's like the journey kind
There's
of game.
nothing wrong with that. Like, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
people are just sometimes unwilling to be like, I played Elden Ring for the fucking game. Not,
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, I don't know what the fuck with the hand shit was about. I don't know what all this shit was going on. Do you remember the
Yeah.
fucking hand?
Oh, the hand monster?
No, there was just a hand. That was like the main, like, fucking, like, religion or some shit in this game.
You should know. You put how many hours into this game?
Wait. Reminds me.
Hand of Millennia. This is like the fucking religion, bro.
Yeah, I remember the hand monster.
No, not the finger
Okay.
creeper.
That's
No.
it.
What is the law behind all the hand and finger themes? Yeah, there's like loads of lore behind hands, and you know when you're in the room with all the dead people,
Yeah.
there's a giant fucking hand in that room that you can like interact with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like look. If you love that and that's your shit, you're gonna love it. But don't, like, let's not pretend that 95% of players they don't even second guess. They're
Oh,
like,
you got into the story of Elden Ring, right?
did I?
I mean, I'm pretty sure in your own words, you said on like your like when you talked about Elden Ring, you're like
The world
actually,
building.
Yeah.
World build. I thought the fucking world was sick.
Oh
Like,
no, it was
all of
Yeah.
this like kind of it was very not Tolkien. It was very George R.R. Martin, which I really enjoy his world building. I
Yeah.
didn't pretend to know what the fuck the story's about,
Yeah.
but I love the world. Like, the world was awesome. And I think you don't need to understand what's happening to appreciate the world.
Yeah.
I just see like all the kind of things that look fucking cool. All the characters who talk to me are fucking cool. Like, I just loved that.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't understand what the story was. Like, the story was fucking complicated. And the video that tries to explain the story, I don't know if you've seen it. It's fucking long.
I mean, that's all Miyazaki games. I
Yeah.
feel.
But obviously, this is like a team up between George R.R. Martin and
Yeah, yeah.
Miyazaki. So
Yeah.
it's extra complicated, I feel like, because George R.R. Martin loves his fucking intense world building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to romance it. Just getting that jab in there. I don't want to romance.
You don't want to romance Marika?
I don't want to fucking romance.
I did go the romance route actually.
There's a romance route in Elden
There is
Ring?
a romance route.
Yeah,
where-
kind of. What? Kind of. Well, because you have no maidens. You can get a maiden.
you have no maiden.
Oh, that's what that means.
You could get maidens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I burned it all down.
You
Which is
burned
the
it all
ending that
down.
everyone hates because it's literally just chaos ending.
Oh, shit.
I got,
Chaos.
in my route, I got married.
Hell yeah.
This motherfucking guy, bro. I'm like, we're playing chess. He's like, we married again. I'm like, what? It's chess, brother. What do you mean you married?
Give me more romance options, and I'm gonna fucking take it.
I
Man.
guess it's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
And Garnt likes to stroke. Garnt likes
What
to get
can I
stroked.
say? I'm a man who knows what I want.
He wants his waifus, bro.
It is. I mean, you even in Elden Ring, there are you can. I guess it's not really romance, but whatever.
No, just say it's a romance.
It's romance.
Yeah.
You've literally put a ring on someone.
If that isn't romance,
If
then
that isn't romance,
There is no
I
romance.
don't know
then
what is.
romance is dead.
Love is not romance, Garnt. It is love. And it is the need of a bloodline. I don't know Elden Ring. I just like the game and I like the world.
When are you playing the fucking DLC?
I'm going to play it. By the time this episode's out, I hopefully will have played it.
You hopefully would have played it.
Hopefully we'll have
You
played it.
hopefully
No
would have
promises,
played
no
it.
promises.
Yeah.
I want to try. Hopefully by the time you're watching this episode, I'm already an Elden God, whatever it's called.
Hopefully by the time that you watch this episode, I will also be an Elden God. I still need to play the DLC. as
Yeah,
well.
you should need to play the fucking. Don't fucking come at me when you haven't played the fucking DLC, mister.
Look, you said you didn't want to play it, and I was just
No,
like,
I did want to play. I didn't want to fucking go through the bollocks again of getting to the. Because I started the new game plus like an idiot.
you started New Game Plus?
Yeah, because I thought it was done. I thought I was done.
You not download like a save file?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Just download the fucking
Yeah, I
save
know.
file.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yo, this grog got me pissing, huh?
I'm fucking shit.
Any pisses in the comments? You're
fucking-
shit faced.
I'm
I'm a little
fucking,
bit
On
shit.
3 grogs?
I'm a little bit shit faced.
It's like
I'm
water.
fucking shit faced.
I don't drink that often, so
Look, it's the salad. I've only had a salad today.
Yeah.
I think the piss as well, though. Please continue.
Yeah.
Please
okay.
continue. Piss.
Let's talk more. Let's talk more about metaphor while he's
Oh, bro.
Actually, speaking of which, fucking Persona 6 apparently is in the works and it's gonna come out soon.
Bro, of course, it's in the works.
What do you want to
It's
see?
always-
Okay, as a Persona fan, what do you want to see in Persona 6? Is the question.
Menus.
Obviously.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Obviously.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh my god, I'm genuinely scared with like just how much Atlas's fucking UI game. Like, you know, we all play Persona 5 and you know, people who play that for the first time or never played a Persona game were like, "Oh my god, this is the most beautiful menu I've ever seen."
Yeah.
Persona 3 Reload comes out.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow, how did they make it even better? Metaphor comes out and I'm just like, whew, bruh. I'm scared.
I
it's going to
prefer
get
the menus of Persona 5. Not gonna lie.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
it's great.
I preferred the story of Metaphor, but like I just feel like the aesthetic and the soundtrack of every other Persona game is like more iconic.
Yeah.
Like Shoji Meguro really tried. He got a fucking monk to just come out and just yeah. But I just feel like a fantasy soundtrack is just always gonna stand out less than the different soundtracks.
Fucking jazz.
Yeah. Well, it's jazz. It's
Big
like,
band jazz.
It's like Persona 3. I thought Persona 5 would be my favorite soundtrack of all time. And then I played Persona 3 Reload and I'm like, holy shit.
Persona 3 has the most amazing soundtrack out of any JRPG. It's so fucking good.
And I don't know. I feel like my favorite Persona is always between Persona 3 and Persona 5. Persona 4 is always just that middle child where I'm like,
You haven't played it, right?
I have played it.
Oh yeah, I've played it.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's
good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
For at the time, Persona 4 had the best gameplay.
Yeah.
And then Persona 5 came out, and arguably, I prefer the gameplay of Persona 5, but that's just me. But
No, I prefer the gameplay. Of
yeah,
Persona
but a
5.
lot of Persona fans will say that Persona 4 has the best gameplay out of all the Personas. But I'm genuinely scared that with just how much Atlas is just one-upping their UI game, that like, I don't know, Persona 6, maybe Persona 7, whenever that happens, it's just going to get to the point where the moment I open the menu, I'm just going to nut. Like, I'm like genuinely scared of like, how can you keep one-upping UI?
I want to know what music Persona 6 has. That's what I'm most excited about. Actually, it's like I give less of a shit about the story and characters than I do about what kind of like soundtrack is going to be. Because it was so weird because I was playing Persona 3 Reload earlier this year, and it's rare that I have this moment where I'm experiencing something. Have you ever experienced something and you know you're going to get nostalgic over this, even though you're experiencing it right then and there?
I get it.
I was just like walking through some of the Persona 3 Reload. It's the nighttime track. Oh, what's the nighttime track called?
Which one? While you're in the city?
Yeah, while you're in the city. Persona 3 nighttime track.
I've never felt like I get nostalgic the first time playing something.
Color Your Night. That's
Color Your Night.
Oh my
What
God.
a banger.
Oh,
Yeah,
I fucking love this track.
Had that.
You've never had that?
No.
I am definitely going to feel that with Last Surprise from Persona 5. The
Oh
Battle.
yeah.
Like, I've probably heard that song. You know, you do one playthrough of Persona and you probably hear that track, I'd say 500 to 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And
Like
it just
sometimes
doesn't get old.
Sometimes you experience something and you're like, I know this is going to be an out-of-pocket line, but sometimes you just feel your brain chemistry changing as you're experiencing the thing, and you're like, damn, I'm going to remember this. This is...
I never thought I'd appreciate game music as much as I do now.
Yeah. I remember hearing Color of the Night. Have you ever done this in a video game? Where you're playing it, you're doing game of moments, and then maybe a song comes on, or you climb up to the top of a mountain and you just see like this landscape and you're just like you just for a moment you're just like damn. you stop playing the game and you just like I
got goblin brain. I've never done that. No.
I had that with when the first time I played Mario 64 as a kid.
Yeah.
And I heard Jolly Roger Bay. I had to put the controller down. I was like, what am I listening to right now? What is this beautiful piece of music?
Fuck, I wish I didn't have goblin brain.
That and the Donkey Kong Country 2, the water level.
Okay, Donkey Kong Country 2 water
You
level.
didn't have that when you played Elden Ring and you got to the Royal City and you walk into that fucking corridor.
I think maybe I did. I was like, that's fucking sick. But I didn't like sit there and go like, whoa. I just went like, all right, that's fucking sick. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get in there. Let's get in there, lads.
No,
That's the
that
boops and beefs, man. We
That
know
was
and love.
such an amazing moment. You see like the fucking spear coming out and just like the fucking city landscape looks beautiful and you're like, damn, what did I just fucking enter right now, man?
For real.
Bro, fucking, I don't know. Those moments for me in gaming are like some of the most like magical moments.
What's a one piece of video? I want to know from you, Connor, because you're a beeps and boops man.
Yep.
What's a one piece of video game music in your entire life where you're like, I'll probably remember that track for the rest of my life?
There isn't one.
Not a single one. Not even from your childhood.
No.
Where you're like, you just hear the track and you're like, I remember playing this game. I remember like my life at that point. Nothing? Damn, bro.
All right.
Head empty. Head empty.
All right. What is one gaming moment that you will remember, preferably from a single player game? What is
Well, that's your first.
not shouting slurs in your COD in your COD fucking lobbies. All right. What's one single player gaming moment?
For me, and you'll appreciate this because you've just finished the game, in Final Fantasy VI, that final Kefka fight. For
Yeah, it's
me,
pretty fire.
well,
It's pretty
live
fire.
on. For one,
pretty
that
fucking
is
cool.
one of the greatest pieces
Also
of
fucking hard.
hard as shit. I died so many times as a kid trying to beat Kefka at the end, but the piece of music that plays,
time.
Dancing Mad, you beat it first time?
First time.
Damn, good shit. But the first time you encounter that final Kefka fight and that track that plays throughout the entire boss fight is one of the most fucking eye-opening gaming experiences I've ever had. I was like, oh my god, this is peak gaming for me. Nothing will be better than this.
No, nothing.
And to this day,
Got nothing.
No, nothing.
to this,
must
Maybe
have
it's
you
the-
must
maybe
have
it's the-
something.
I think it's the booze. Head empty.
no. Are you drinking all three?
Yeah, it's no alcohol in it. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
You don't
This
have
is like being on the spot, bro. When you ask your friend, like, what's your favorite film? And they can't, and they're like, what's your hobby? They're like, I got nothing. They're like, you got no hobby. And they're like,
I can name like 10 moments.
you don't have a magical gaming moment that is just like, fuck, that's cool as shit.
First time I fucking
yeah,
fought
I'm
Mewtwo.
sure there is, but like, I don't think there's one that pops to my head as being like worthy of that.
The first time you heard fucking Halo? Oh,
I don't remember the first time I heard Halo.
oh my.
Oh my
The
god.
reason why Halo sticks in my head is because I heard it so many times. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause you keep hearing it. Not,
First time, another one for me is the first time I fought Rayquaza in Pokemon Emerald.
Oh,
yeah.
That shit blew
yeah.
my
Oh,
mind. I was
shit.
like fucking God knows how old I was, 10.
No,
when I-
first time in
like
like
Lugia Ho-Oh.
Lugia
yeah,
Ho-Oh.
That's pretty fucking high.
first
Yeah.
time.
I don't remember it though, but I know that I can like, it's like a crumb of like a strand of.
Dude,
feeling.
I remember where I was when I first
Yeah.
fought Lugia and Hoa. I was at my grandma's house.
Fuck, I don't remember this.
Bro, like I remember like playing Pokemon Gold Silver and just like you beat like the Elite Four.
Yeah.
And then you meet yourself.
Oh
your
my-
past self.
Oh, Red?
Holy
Yeah.
yeah, Red.
Yeah.
You meet Red and you're like,
On
no
Mount, and
fucking way.
the song that plays when
Yeah,
you find
yeah.
him on Mount Silver and
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
encounter the level 88
Okay,
Pikachu.
I mean,
It's
Red
just
is
like,
epic. Red is epic.
yeah.
kids will never
I
understand.
remember I was playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and I fucking killed Mewtwo and that broke my fucking heart. And then I had to go and redo the whole fucking dungeon again to floor 100 to find Mewtwo and catch
Yeah.
him. That fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And like, why did I give a fuck? Because I catch him, to move on to the next game?
Pretty much,
Because
yeah.
by that point, you're already end game, you know? You've already
True.
finished the game.
True.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Fire.
Bastards.
Fire moments.
What's the most progress on a game that you've lost?
Ooh, that's a
My
great
little brother
question.
deleted my Pokemon save.
Yeah, I think it was
No fucking way. Are you
think-
serious?
I think it was a
thought-
Pokemon save for me
You
as
don't
well.
got this problem, man. You
Yeah,
don't got this.
no.
You don't got this.
You don't have the
only-
sibling problem.
Only child problem, bro. Look, your brother's deleting your shit is a normal occurrence.
Okay, to be fair for me, the reason why I lost my progress is because I lost the game.
Well, he just clicked new game.
Oh no, for me, I maxed out the in-game timer on Pokemon Sapphire.
Yeah, how many times about that?
And I lost the fucking cartridge on a camping trip.
Oh,
I was playing it. I remember I was playing Pokemon Sapphire the entire car ride to the camping place, and I put down my Game Boy Advance, and I think I switched it out with another game because I wanted to play like Kirby or something, and I fucking lost.
Ah, that fucking sucks.
I'm just like, I literally had
Guess I'll die.
999
Guess I'll
hours on it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm gonna kill myself.
remember the days of like memory cartridges? And
I love the memory cartridges. They're sick.
sometimes, like when they get corrupted,
Oh my
that was
God.
like world ending.
That only happened like one time to me though.
But like you remember
pretty
that
bad,
one
though.
time.
It was
You
pretty bad.
like when the memory card gets corrupted, you're like,
But also, I think at that point I was so addicted to gaming, I was like, hell yeah, I get to do it all
Start
over
again.
I'm not a gamer because I have one life, but because I have many. So I would just go at it.
Damn.
That was the hype part, man. Just getting to redo that shit.
What's the one game that you'd say you'd put the most amount of hours in?
League of Legends.
Yeah, League of Legends. I probably got like 3K hours in League.
It's sad to me that I know the exact answer.
I got like I genuinely think I have like 2K plus hours in League.
Yeah.
Or like maybe 3. It could be like 3K.
But like, okay. Let's give a real answer.
Yeah.
Because like,
No, it's all like Modern Warfare for me or some shit. I'm getting outed as a toxic man. I don't like this.
What was it for you? Single player game.
single player game, most hours.
Most hours. Like in terms of not just like in a single sitting, but like maybe just like you've replayed it so many times.
Yeah. Probably
For me, it'd be Pokemon Ruby Sapphire.
probably Tales of Symphonia.
Really?
Yeah, I replayed that 3 times.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
I think maybe 4 times. But I didn't have.
Does it have that much replay value? Because I beat it once.
It doesn't. Looking back,
We all do things like that.
I was just.
That was close.
Like I had a very specific thing of what I was looking for in a JRPG, and at the time of release, Tales of Symphonia was the only thing that clicked every box.
Right.
The JRPG.
Oh, it's a fire game.
Huh?
It's a fire game.
Great story. It had most importantly, no random encounters and a real-time battle system.
Yeah.
And back then, with English releases of JRPGs, we got fucking nothing.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. So I just I finished the game, replayed it again. I'm waiting for the next Tales series to come out.
Next one was Zestiria, right?
Vesperia.
Oh, Vesperia.
Vesperia was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, not much.
Fair enough.
Aside from League of Legends.
We don't want to talk about League. We can't get into League.
We can't
do this. We've done it one too many times.
Yeah.
We have done
I'd be
one.
silent for the next 15
But what we
minutes.
can do is thank our beautiful patrons.
Look at
We
those
can.
patrons.
Oh!
Hey, let us know what game you put the most amount of hours in. I'd love to
Don't
know.
be
What
League of
game
Legends. Please don't be
moment
League of Legends. Please
changed
don't be
your
League of Legends.
brain
Yeah.
chemistry?
What's
Since
the-
Connor
what's-
couldn't ask us.
Yeah, what's that one core gaming moment that you had?
Like,
Let
I'm a
us know in
changed
the
man.
comments.
I'm a changed man. I play JRPGs. I listen to the story now. I'm a changed man. Okay.
Hey, I'm glad that you at least liked Final Fantasy VI.
I didn't like. I love Final Fantasy.
Thank
It was
God.
amazing. Bro.
I was so
it was amazing.
I was so scared you were not gonna like
Why
it.
would I not like it? It's fucking peak.
I don't know.
It's peak.
Knowing
You gotta
you,
watch it.
Actually, I gotta ask you, what moment sold you on League of Legends?
Me?
Yeah, there must have been.
Honestly, watching the esports.
Was it?
Yeah, the esports I thought was
Really?
so fucking sick.
You got into the esport before you got into the game?
Yeah, I remember watching like the Worlds, and I was like, "This is so fucking sick."
Really?
And I got into.
Oh man.
What was it for you?
Because I remember it was like I was because I had a friend get me into League, and it was like, okay, I know,
Are they a friend?
and
Are they still a friend?
no,
or-
they're not a friend anymore. But I was like, okay, I'll play support, and
Oh,
okay,
no.
you know that's the thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm playing for my friends, and I think my first
What are you, an anime character?
The power of friendship.
I'm doing it for my friends.
You know, it's a social experience back then. And then I think the first time that like I could feel like the fucking my brain, yeah, my dopamine come out from my brain. I was like, let me try ADC once, and I pick Lucian, and I'm like, I get that
It's
first
fun.
kill,
It
and
is
I'm like,
fun.
holy shit! And then that ruined my life. That I can remember the exact kill that ruined my life.
Didn't
on
ruin your
League.
life. It didn't enrich.
Nah, that's arguable.
Okay.
But hey, if you want to support the show, then you can head on over to patreon.com/.
Joe, do the outro. I need a pick.
Yeah, you go and do that.
Wait,
Hey,
can I piss too?
you go, I mean,
All right, see you, man.
Okay.
You got this, bro.
are you sure?
Nah, yeah, you got this, man.
Okay. Hey, it's just me, I guess, audience. Hey, by the way, if you want to support the show and watch exclusive Patreon-only content, then you can head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. I'm going to look at all of the cameras because it's just me
I'm still
today.
here now. I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm just
fuck.
kidding. I'm
My
still
bad.
here.
But
I'm watching Joey do the outro.
from the sidelines, like, he's got a gun to my head. Hey, by the way, again, every single week we have... Sorry, I'm shit-faced. Thank you, patrons. I love you, patrons. Show me a dick. Well, hey, if you want to go check out... why do I keep saying monthly? I'm so shit-faced. If you want to check out weekly Patreon-exclusive content, then you can do so by going over to patreon.com/trashdesk. We have a brand new one that you guys can go check out right after this one. Me and I'll play a clip of that shit.
I hate this one.
Oh, no. No.
Okay, I'm taking the safe route.
This ball will not stop. No! Oh, Joey, you motherfucker!
Wow, hitting Garnt helped you.
Get the fuck out of
That's
the way.
so
Just help me
mean.
recover.
He used you as a springboard guard.
But hey, if you want to check that out and support the show in the process, head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter. Send us memes on the subreddit. If you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify. And it has been me and the boys for this Trash Taste episode. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.